Aiden won't join the podcast. He's too busy.
He's too busy shaking hands with his sister.
Actually, no, I have a really good opportunity here. Just give me 1 sec.
Hey, there you go. See? It's not a waste of space.
Yeah, now. Except Ant-Man's also kind of a waste of space.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on.
You said it was a mistake. You said that yourself.
Me?
No, Brandon.
I did not say he was a
waste of time and space and money.
Well,
So
unfortunately, Leia's in here. He doesn't get to see it.
He lied.
He told me to show it so I can see it for him, and then yeah.
Makes me pull up the phone.
Oh, let me see.
Makes me take 10 minutes of my time. There he is. That doesn't really look real. Jesus.
God.
Why are his ears 10 feet long?
Yeah,
oh my
baby.
God.
Wow.
Ogre One Trek Nobi in the flesh. The living legend, my dudes.
That's the Star Wars I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a better show, is what this is.
This is a better reality.
This is. Look at him, it's all sealed in the box.
That's my Star Wars canon.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. All
Is he
green.
cosplaying Shrek, or is he an actual Shrek ogre man?
He's
What's the lore?
Shrek, because you can see I didn't do the paint.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was.
So he's got like.
And I like that you didn't do the palms of his hands.
Exactly.
That's funny. Okay, that's good. That's good lore. I know why you didn't do the palms of the hands, but I
I
like
didn't
the
do
lore.
The palms for that reason, but also
that is a legendary. That is a legendary
Yeah.
custom. Are you gonna keep him in the box for the time being?
Yes, I am.
That was the
awesome.
whole point.
Go up on
That
the
was.
wall.
I think I was when I watched the podcast last week, and yes, I do listen to it when I'm not on. I know it sounds stupid, but I like hearing my friends talk.
That's nice.
I just thought I hope Ty makes a Shrek custom. So when he was working on it, I was
he like got it done like instantaneously. He was like ready, so he was committed.
Ty doesn't mess around. Ty doesn't mess around with his
The thing
customs.
I had to wait for was getting the ears 3D printed.
How long did that take?
Took a couple days just because my dad was printing other stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's like, hold on, you have to go to the back of the queue. I can't print off this stupid Shrek ears. Yeah.
Hey, he's got a spot.
I'm very happy with him. He looks great. It put the potato shirt Obi-Wan to good use. You know, now I actually enjoy the figure.
The body's perfect for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just
What you should do is you should print off Shrek's swamp background and then put that in the tray with him. So he has a nice little background to go there.
Be good. We were talking. I was talking to my dad, and he was like, "Oh, you should do Padme as Fiona," and I was like, "I don't think Anakin would be very happy about that." And then he was like, and then we were talking about it, and he said Anakin as Donkey, and then I was like, Padme as the dragon.
There you go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And C-3PO is Pinocchio.
that would work. And then
Gingy is R2.
What's Obi-Wan's girlfriend from the Clone Wars?
I was just trying to think her name.
Sabine?
Satine as Padme.
Satine.
Gotcha.
As,
that's what I was
Fiona.
saying. Or as that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So you were saying?
There you go. I was saying that.
There's Obi-Wan.
Good job, Ty.
Ogre Wan Shrek Nobi.
That is.
Good job, Ty.
Yeah. I like
Ty.
our show and tell.
Yeah.
Now, Brayden.
Oh,
I'm gonna take you to the Bone Zone.
Okay, now this is a really scary. I don't know what to expect. Ty has been hyping up this game all week. It makes it sound like a Saw plot. Like I'm really upset about it.
Let me break it down for you.
Yeah, break it down.
In honor of the end of Arcane, the final 3 episodes ever, here's what we're gonna do. You are going to blind rank Arcane characters on a list from 1 at the top to 13 at the bottom on how much you want to fuck them.
Okay.
I'm going to list each one at a time, and you're not going to know who's coming next. So you got to play it strategically.
Okay. But can I
Alright.
ask you can I ask you some things?
Okay.
There are no children on the list, correct?
No. No children,
Okay.
as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Well, for the best of my okay, sounds good. We're doing the TikTok thing. So we're
Uh-huh.
the blind
Yes.
okay.
Yes, we are.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm 100% down.
All right. Let me just double
Okay.
check, make sure I have all the pictures. Aiden, I'm going
All
to need
right.
you to do me a favor so you can participate as well. I need you to keep track of where he marks each character.
My numbers. So are you going to send them to Podpix?
I'm going to send pictures to Podpix.
Okay, so
the
then
list.
after I say the number, Aiden, just write the number down. Just
Yeah,
do
I'm
that.
gonna do that. I'm gonna do
Okay.
that.
Or yeah, I guess you do it on a piece of paper too. Yeah,
So,
sure.
First character.
All right.
Let me move these all to one folder so I have them in one.
I have 13.
13.
13. That's such an odd number, Ty. Did you like grab every woman you could find?
You'll find out.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that. All right.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually really excited. This is not as bad as you were building it up to be.
This
I know you think
exceeded
that.
my expectations. I'll be honest.
Well, next week we have to do Aiden and like Mary Jane or like Spider-Man characters.
Well, that'll be easy. But Tyvis said, "Hey, here's a list of characters who you want to fuck." I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, Spider-Man's number one.
yeah, but he's not gonna fucking ask me.
And then it's Spot, and then it's.
All right.
Oh.
First
All right.
character.
All right, I'm hyped.
Jinx.
Oh, right off the bat, that's scary. 13's the lowest, right?
Number one is, Dream.
Yeah, the
Girl,
highest.
essentially.
The Dream GF. Okay, I'm gonna give her a 7.
7. Okay.
7. Yeah,
Jinx is 7. All right.
7.
Next up, we've got your feelings. Had I asked you this last week, your feelings might have been different. Maddie Nolan.
Oh boy, she's kind of. Man, she is a biatch. 5.
What's her name? Maddie Nolan.
5.
Yeah,
Just
Maddie.
do Maddie. Maddei.
I got it.
I-E, sorry.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
I did 7 and 5. Okay.
Next up,
Okay.
Vi's mom.
Oh my God, 2.
Damn. All right. No hesitation. Okay. Now we're gonna throw a wrench in there.
All right, I think I know what you're gonna do.
Victor.
Oh shit. 4.
4. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm running out of options though. I realize.
All right, you're on. This one's putting you on blast. This character's name is Lest. It's the bunny woman.
Oh, like 9.
9. Okay, fair enough.
Was it?
Yeah.
How do you spell that? Is it L-E?
Lest. Yeah.
L-E-S-T?
Oh, Lest. S.
Oh,
Okay.
Lest.
Okay. Now this one, I know this one's got to be your number one.
Oh yeah.
Ambessa.
No. And what numbers do I have? Can you show me off again? Or what numbers have I went through?
So you gone through 2, 4, 5, 7, and 9.
And Bessa's 8.
8. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. She's 8.
What's her name?
Interesting.
Besta?
Ambessa. A-M-B-E-S-S-A.
Gotcha. All right,
All right.
great.
Now, Jesus himself, Jace.
Oh my God. Without the beard, oh man, but he is kind of a tweaker, I won't lie. Shit.
I mean, he
That's
cleans
tough.
up his act in these next 3 episodes, so.
He tries. Okay. What are the lowest numbers I have, or the highest numbers I have, Aiden?
So what you have open is 1, 3, and 6.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah, you fill in.
You filled up the
Yeah.
top half very quickly.
I think he's 6 then, just by default.
Oh, what's
Like
his name?
Jace, Jayce.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have. I probably would have. I would have switched him and Victor, but I jumped the gun a little bit.
Too late for that.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
Caitlyn.
Oh, ooh, that's tough. I think that's shit. All right, that's one.
Really?
That's one. Yep, that's one.
That was not what I expected. Okay.
I know. I know who you're expecting, but she can't be my number one no more.
Interesting.
All
Okay.
right.
I have 3 left, right, Aiden?
So Braden, you have 3 still open, but you
Okay,
also
okay.
have 10, 11, 12, 13. So
Yeah.
Okay. I might have completely botched this.
You might have fucked this. Mel.
I mean, objectively, she'd be way higher, but I'm not putting her over my glorious queen. So I guess she's going to 10.
her name's Elle.
Okay.
Mel.
M-E-L.
Elle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
She does not deserve to be that low.
This one's a background character, but she would rank pretty highly for me. This is Madame Margot.
Oh, I didn't even remember her.
She was one of the crime lords.
Oh, yeah.
Total baby.
Hold on. Aiden, can I see the list again? I just need to know.
What does he have open?
Brady,
Yeah,
you have 3, 11, 12, and 13.
3, 11, 12,
Right.
and 13.
Sorry, I'm only laughing because I know we're just going through this kind of list. It's so
13.
funny.
13.
What?
13,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, seriously?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're going
Hold
to
on,
regret that.
I think I think you're saving a character that I really. If you were thorough enough, if you forgot this character, I'm gonna be pissed. But go on.
Okay. Next up is Savika.
Oh, 12. She should be way higher, but 12 is where she's going.
Okay. I disagree. I think that's exactly where she belongs.
No, I love her.
All right. Number 2. This will decide who. This will decide the final one. Vi.
Oh, you're playing a bit of a mean game, aren't you? Well, she's obviously what number 3 is that? Do I have 3? Yeah, 3. She's number 3 then.
Okay. And
Yeah,
the
she has
final
to.
character, Aiden, what's the one spot open? 11?
It's 11, yes.
11. Okay.
So at number 11 is Heimerdinger.
Yeah, oh no, he should have been number 1, motherfucker. He's the hottest character. No, I thought you were gonna include the hooker. That's who I thought you were gonna include.
Hooker?
You should have. You remember the hooker from the underground?
Yeah, the old nasty one that looks like a goblin.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity
I
there.
couldn't find her name, so I couldn't look her up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might have butchered some of the spelling on a few of these characters.
That's fine.
I asked for.
He'll fix.
Yeah.
He'll
Recite us
figure
the
it out.
list from bottom to top.
All right.
So number 13 is Madame Margot. 12 is Savenkia, whatever the hell you say your name.
Savika.
Savika. I butcher that name.
Okay.
11 is Heimerdinger. 10 is Mel.
Uh-huh.
9 is Les. 8 is Mbessa. 7 is Jinx. 6 is Jace. 5 is Maddie. 4 is Victor. 3 is Vi. 2 is Vi's mom. And number 1 is Caitlyn.
I put Victor way too high. He did not deserve to be that high on that list.
Victor probably too high. Mbessa over Mel is wild. Jinx at
That
7
was-
is crazy.
Jinx is fairly rated in my opinion. There's too many hotties in that show.
But that was absolutely worth it.
The
Thank
hooker
you.
would have
Thank
been
you.
number
Moving
1.
on.
No problem.
I have not watched Arcane, but now I'm seeing Braden's choice.
No. Now seeing all these ladies, you're like, well, hold on a minute.
Whoa,
No,
hold on a
not the
second.
ladies. The reason behind the ladies.
That's fair. The man behind the monster. Thank you, Ty. That was
Round of
a great
applause
time.
for Braden.
I am a degenerate.
What's your prize? You'll see in December.
Oh wow.
Jar figure.
Jar figure.
Exactly.
Oh, no. All right.
All right. Welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. My name is Tyler, also known as Bon Kasai. I'm joined by the man whose name starts with a B,
Braden or Renzolian.
and the man whose name starts with an
Aiden or Kierman.
A. All right. It's we're mixing things up a little bit with the intros.
Yeah.
I had to argue with Braden for way too long to get that to work.
Well, you were just being scary about it. Had you
know.
told me, hey, do you want to do
I didn't want to
ranking
ruin the surprise. You just had to trust. You just had faith.
Yeah,
You know what? I kind of assumed that's what you're gonna do.
I was
Anyways.
giving me a warning very early before you joined, and I was like, "What's he?"
I thought you were doing a tier list or something. That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, "What's he putting Braden through now?"
It actually was not hell. I'll do that any day of the week.
All right. So to start off with, I mentioned last time that I was getting the Obi-Wan, Darth Maul, and Qui-Gon 3-pack. I want to talk about it just a little bit. So here are the boys. The boys are back in town. So Qui-Gon was the one I wanted the pack for. He's not good. He's very bad.
He looks his face. He looks like a blobfish with his face.
A little bit. But I like the likeness.
The likeness, the thing looks good, but the photo you sent of like him lying, like on his back, I was like, oh my god! I'm like,
yeah, I'll send the pic. I'll send the pic. Let's see.
Send the pic, man.
Send the pic.
Send a perk, babe.
Send a pic, babe.
Yo, bitch, send a pic.
Send a pic, babe. So there's Qui. He is pretty much all reuse. So his body's not very good. He's got nothing in the torso, just a swivel. Arms are super limited. Legs are not good. They're like bent, you can tell.
Ooh, yeah.
Like bend inward. Not great. Unfortunate.
Are they double knees?
Yes, they are, because they're the original legs from like forever ago.
Oh, they have pins in them? Gotcha.
Speaking of double knees, Obi-Wan, he is like 50% reuse. I believe the torso is new. The arms might be new. Then the neck is new. And the head.
So it's like
the
top.
legs are old. His legs work great. I like his legs a lot. His torso works really well. His arms, he's got butterfly joints, so he can move his arms all over. He's very nice. He feels very good. Pretty solid. The brand new Darth Maul. We know my thoughts on the Clone Wars Darth Maul. Didn't like it. Hated it, in fact.
Disappointing.
This guy had 9 skirt panels.
What?
Ridiculous. He has
what?
3. He has 3 in front. He had 2 underneath those, 3 in the back, and then 1 big one on his butt. So what I did was I popped them apart yesterday. I cut off the 2 front lower skirt panels, and then cut off the big butt flap on the backside.
Yeah.
So now he can move.
You don't
better.
need all that.
Yeah, he did not need that at all. So now he can actually kick. He can kick backwards. He's a little man. He can helicopter.
The little guy.
It's crazy for the amount of fabric.
Yeah. It was way too much.
At that rate, just go with fabric. I don't know, man.
Is the single release the same exact figure you get in the street pack?
Single release is the same. I don't think he comes with the cloak. This one had the cloth cloak. And then the exclusive one with the blood fin.
Yeah.
That one had a cloth skirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one might be the best. Then.
Neutral face, so I like him. He's cool.
Yeah.
The size doesn't bother me as much on this one. He's also got boot swivels slightly,
and
then glove swivels as well, and
what?
jointed wrists. So very
That's
interesting. He's got butterfly joints.
Does he have a thigh swivel?
He does actually.
Is that a new sculpt or is that reused?
Brand new for this year. So it's strange that a brand new sculpt this year has a thigh swivel.
That is weird. Maybe they're learning.
He might be kind of peak Black Series. I'm not gonna lie.
May you say a figure of the year contender?
Definitely not figure of the year contender, but he might make the list. Or the
that's what I meant.
Either way.
Just on the list. I meant.
Yeah.
This will see.
He might rank, but pretty sick. I also got Ayla. She's cool. She's T-posing.
Ayla Secura.
And Inquisitor, also cool. Not as cool as the other ones, but all right. Moving on, we got some Black Series leaks
we did.
from the factory. I'll send
Straight from the factory.
straight out of the factory.
Straight from the mines of
The
Moria.
mines of Moria.
If it was, that'd be sick.
If only.
Just making Black Series in a gross ass dirty mine.
Yeah.
Trolls
Bunch
are
of,
banging
bunch of
on
fucking
metal.
But I'll be
bunch
honest,
of dwarves are forging them out of iron.
sometimes
You'd think there'd be
like
more quality then.
a place like that. So I don't
You'd think
know.
there'd be more quality there. I don't know.
No.
I am a dwarf and I'm making toys. Making toys.
Now that's cool D&D lore.
Yeah.
Is that really huge, or is that just?
It is going to be a removable helmet, probably though. So to start with, we've got a new TIE pilot variant from Andor. It's probably going to be an Andor, a Cassian in disguise figure, but this is for the TIE Avenger, I believe, which is going to be in the show.
Avenger.
So that's cool. New variant. We're also probably getting a Luke in disguise as a Sith Trooper from Legends. So that'll be cool. We got some picks for the Moff Gideon in Dark Trooper Phase 3 armor. He's got his little chastity belt with his COD protector, his goofy helmet, and his chest plate. In that is also unfortunately a plastic comma for Phase 1 Rex. So that's too bad.
Oh.
We got some bits of
That does
episode
stink.
3 Obi-Wan. He's going to have a cloth skirt, so that's neat. Great new head. We got a look at the body for... I don't know what his name is. Wookiee Jedi from Acolyte.
Oh, okay.
Go Jed.
Yeah. And then a look at the new Andor range trooper without the mag boots and a rocket launcher.
Rangefinder.
Is that soft goods on the shoulder?
Yeah, it'll be a soft goods fur piece like the original.
Gotcha. Yeah,
and
gotcha.
then, Deidre Miro's going to get like an armored sort of look in season 2. So she's got a skirt piece. And that's it. Those are the most interesting ones that I felt like sharing. We're also getting a brand new retooling of Chewbacca and Han Solo. So that'll be fun. Get them updated like the new A New Hope, Luke and Leia that just came out. So that's exciting. Nice. Which of these would I buy? Probably just the range trooper and the TIE pilot. Maybe Obi-Wan.
I would probably get Rex.
Yeah.
But I would I have the old Phase 2 Cody, but I also have the Clone Wars animated series Arc Trooper 4.0, because I feel like those guys would pair together well. So I'm kind of like in the middle.
Yeah, it'd be
none
nice
of these.
if they did a Phase 1 Cody from Clone Wars.
Brayden.
It would also be nice since they're doing the
updated... the new one they're making looks phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, the new Cody looks great. It would be nice if they would update Phase 2 Rex on that new body as well.
Yes. Maybe we will get that sometime, because that's long.
Maybe. But moving on, I wanted to quickly talk about from Big Bad Workshop, Monster Force Season 3 put out some figures. So here are those.
Great tell. I haven't seen these yet. I'm sure Robo's going to talk about them.
Probably. Got some interesting looking ones. A lot of them are just Monster Force figures, but most interesting
Goblin
to me is the Red Demon.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really sick. And then also the Ambassador of Ryleth. It looks like good fodder for making some kind of Mind Flayer from D&D.
I can see that. Yeah.
So those are the most interesting to me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ty. They look sick.
Cliff. I like Hannis Rand. He's just some ginger man who turns into a werewolf.
He goes beast mode a little bit. He's also got like a Norman Osborn head almost.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's got a Norman Osborn head. There's just a guy named the Goblin, which is cool.
Yeah.
He's like a weeb, I guess.
Yeah, he looks like he would be on Mr. Negative's crew in the PS4 game.
He does, yeah. He really does. The demon looks cool. You could make like a scary Kasai with that.
Yeah.
Tactical Kasai.
Way too tactical.
Absolutely unnecessarily tactical. That is dope though. This
Looks like-
Monster Force line is cool. I try to avoid it because I don't need it. But the crossover figures they do are pretty cool though. Like that wolf that they did recently.
Yeah, that was neat.
What's it called? Warg something?
Warg.
Yeah.
Borg.
Warg. And then next up, yeah, Lee. So there's this new Timothy line from Ling Ji-hun that put up for pre-order 2 figures, Raph and Leo. These.
Oh shit! Are they pre-order already?
Yeah, they're up for pre-order.
Oh shit!
These kind of look sick, like really, really sick. And I think I want them.
Yeah, they are. They're tall, 6.5 inches. So that's the trade-off. If you like your turtles bigger, then there you go.
It's not.
I've been
big.
looking to.
It's like regular Marvel Legends, like superhero size.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Because if you, I was gonna do these guys. I was going to collect this team. The Donnie wasn't really my jam. Mikey looks pretty good, but I don't know. And I never got Splinter, so I think I'm just gonna hold off. And I think I might just get these because these do look really damn good. But it's another.
They're like really muscular, but also more traditional looking turtle designs.
Well, they're closer. Like they remind me a lot of the Fortnite designs too, so that helps.
A lot of the Fortnite designs, yeah. They also give me some of the 2007 vibe a little bit.
I mean,
the CG movie,
right?
It also looks like a little bit of the was it Out of the Shadows game? Is that what it is? A little bit, just a little.
I mean,
yeah.
I'll be honest. Like if Joy Toys turtles were 6-inch, then that'd be the perfect turtle for me. I love the Joy Toy turtles so much. I want to talk about them, but they're 1/18th, so it doesn't matter. These are the next best thing, so I'm gonna try to go for them. Also, they're doing a lot of characters too. They're not just doing the turtles. I think.
Not Out of the Shadows. I meant Mutants in Manhattan. I'm talking about. I was talking about the live action title, which.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're talking about the movie.
In the being overly muscular aspect, I could see some inspiration from the movie for sure.
They're not even that muscular. The movie, they're like giants. They're like jacked.
But these, I mean, these like the muscle definition is really exaggerated on these.
100%. They're also like their arms are kind of long too, but hey, they're mutants. It's fine. Donnie looks fantastic. I love the mouser thing going on his back. That's really dope.
Arm. That's dope. Mikey looks like a lot of fun. So I mean, they just look really great as a team. So
I'm gonna get them. I mean, I'm gonna lock in.
Might be my first actual turtle team.
I know. I have the NECAs, but these are gonna be a new experience. So I'm hyped.
All right. Then next up, SH Figuarts revealed something that I personally am very excited about. Braden saw it first and showed.
Oh, as always.
As always, yeah. As per usual, he'll see a Naruto figure first, and I'll see a One Piece figure first. The SHF Naruto Shippuden Hinata is going to be coming out next year at some point. Very excited. She looks fantastic. There is a weird thing that I noticed on her ankle. She has... So her boot design has like a strap that goes down to her heel. But on the foot piece, it doesn't have the strap, only on the ankle. So that's odd.
Is it like printed on the ankle, or
I don't know. I think it's sculpted on the ankle, but not on the heel at all. So that's odd.
Oh, that is
Can't
strange.
really see it from any of the photos. Can't see it too well from the photos that I got, but just trust me, it's there.
No, I kind of see it. I like the shading in her hair.
I didn't grab a picture for this, but they're teasing a new SHF Jiraiya as well.
Yeah.
I passed on the last one, so I don't know if I'll get this one, but we'll see.
Well, it'll be new, so that's the only benefit.
Will be new, but, you know, still Jiraiya.
You don't like him.
Still kind of cringe.
But you gotta have him in a cool epic pose versus Pain, where he's crying or whatever. You gotta do it.
And then going through it. Braden, Sonic Heroes?
Yeah.
Getting a remake?
Yes. So this is going off of a source from a page I probably should be blocking right now, considering the fact of Sonic 3 leaks are going everywhere. But they are doing well. I think this was back in March. This has been a rumor for a while about a Sonic Heroes remake. There's been like code names and there's been teases for it, but it seems like it's actually happening now. Top of the list for Sonic games that need to be remade is Sonic 06. That's my very top priority. Needs to be remade.
Absolutely.
Sonic Heroes is definitely up there though, because that game has a lot of fun ideas, but when you play it, it's kind of like it's an old game from the early 2000s, so it doesn't necessarily hold. There's a lot of it's very dated. There's a lot of tedious shit you have to do in that game. So full on remake. Now the thing is, there's no precedent for this because they haven't necessarily done this where they've taken an old game and just like straight up aside from like the old games, they haven't straight up just like thrown them on modern consoles like as a remake style.
That would be a port. This potentially is a ground up remake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they've never done that for like an old like 3D game before. Colors was a port. Generations is technically a port, but then they have a whole new story and stuff.
Added to it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I would and Heroes doesn't look the best, so it's gonna get a whole remake. I assume this will be in the Havoc engine, which is what Frontiers is running. Which, cool. Yeah, do that. It has to be a full-on remake, which is very interesting. I mean, hey, I'm excited. If it's anywhere near the quality of, the last game, I mean, I'm expecting full-on cutscenes remade. I'm expecting brand new dialogue. I'm expecting basically a ground up.
They redid all the voice acting for Generations, so I would imagine they'll probably do the same for this as well.
Well, it doesn't help that Amy's entire subplot is her just stalking Sonic, so they're gonna want to change that anyways.
Would really like to see them remove the hero system.
Yeah. Which is, I know that's the whole point of the game, but it sucks.
But, it's not good. So.
It's not. It's really bad. I mean, remove it or make it work.
Or, make it
overhaul
it big time.
Which I think this game's just going to have to be overhauled anyways. It's so old and it's so janky. So you got to remake it. And then, you know what's crazy about this? Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog made in the exact same engine. So, Shadow the Hedgehog remake. Possible.
If we get a Shadow the Hedgehog movie, they're just like, it's no better to do that.
I know. And then by this time...
imagine Shadow the Hedgehog remake, but take out the gunplay for Frontiers level combat?
Okay. So you're just like you're drifting around. You're just punching humans in the head over and over again, slamming them into the ground.
Teleporting up, punching a dude 30 times, and he just collapses on the ground.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun. Just some poor guy, some poor officer getting his head caved in.
Some random dude with a wife and child getting brutally mutilated by a hedgehog.
That does sound fun. So this is a good idea. I'm totally down for this. I hope I really hope it's a complete overhaul. Do not port this game. Do not do that. Please, that would be the cringiest thing to do. Put some effort into your goddamn games, Sega. You have been doing it lately. You've been good.
The colors, Generations, once they refined that modern Sonic character model, those games, sure, you can port. Although Unleashed, you really need to fix 70% of that game.
Yeah.
Before that, Heroes, 06, Shadow, Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, those got to be remade.
Yeah, they all need. And then, who knows, from Adventure 1 and 2, if you remake those, you can make Adventure 3. It's just, the money prints itself, people. I don't know what to tell you. Sega team, Sonic team, you like money, don't ya?
Wake up!
Wake up, Sonic team! Hey, camera, wake up! Fuck off. Thank you.
It was focused on a piece of dust that flew right in front of it.
It loves the dust. I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, Sega Sonic Team, make some good games. We've been waiting. We've gotten some good games. We need
So,
more.
Ty just mentioning about Sonic Unleashed, and I remember I got the game. It was the only Sonic game I've
You got it
ever
for
played.
Wii, right?
I did. Christmas many moons ago.
Wii
And
port is completely different from the main game.
I had such a hard time with that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I ran into like how I don't know how bad that import of the game is, but
Yeah.
I just given up on a mission because it was not letting me progress. Like I think a
I
certain height.
know for a fact there were parts of that game that people found I know that like the final like Eggman Land area was like impossible.
I
I
also just
definitely-
don't
I
let
got
you
that.
progress in the game until you've collected
Right.
enough of the bullshit in the werehog
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah,
And
It's a rough game.
the
It
werehog
has
levels
some
are so
Yeah,
slow and
it stuck
tedious.
out
Like
to
nobody
me.
wants to play those.
it stuck out to me when I played it as a
Yeah.
kid. I was like, this was
It-
fun for what it was, but at the same
It's-
time, I was like, this is incredibly
damn
frustrating.
shame too because that game has the like one of the best cutscenes ever that I've ever seen. I'm dead serious. That opening cutscene is fucking fantastic.
It's still one of the best animated like Sonic scenes of all time.
It is, and it is stuck behind that mid game.
That's another game where like if you bring the Frontiers combat into it,
Mm-hmm,
have a good balance of Sonic and the werehog doing combat.
Werehog, just make him faster.
sick.
That's all.
Make him
Just
faster.
make Werehog faster.
Change the combat style to where he like is a bruiser, like where he feels like really beefy and powerful. Could have something really cool.
I mean, Frontiers combat is good, so just throw it into Unleashed and it's perfect.
And you can
Like,
still refine the Frontiers combat as well as you go.
absolutely. And that's the nice thing about that game is that Unleashed combat was like the first time they ever tried it, and it's kind of rough.
Yeah,
Frontiers is so much better. Yeah, Frontiers knew kind of what it was doing in some ways, but like it's such a big improvement. So yeah, I want to see. I'm like top of the list is 06, but if we're getting Heroes first, fine. I don't care. Do Heroes, probably 06, and then Unleashed, and I'm a happy boy. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm a happy boy.
1 and 2, get those out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And also Shadow the Hedgehog.
Up in Sega.
List.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, Sega.
You got
can do
Sega.
it,
Sega.
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 Speaking
Get
of
your.
Sega,
Okay. Yeah.
Daniel RPK reports that Knuckles might be getting season 2.
Which is
with
wacky.
The Chaotix.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is interesting because I didn't think Knuckles did very well. I was kind of under the assumption that
it did. As far as I heard, it brought a lot of people to Paramount Plus.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I guess there's nothing else on Paramount Plus aside from fucking Halo. So it's like, and everyone watched Halo.
Scary ass ain't bringing people to Paramount Plus. Let's be honest.
Hell no.
Hell no. Yeah, exactly. So I guess it's the only other show on Paramount Plus. And Turtles too.
Yeah.
But that's not bringing people, unfortunately.
That was a good show.
I want to watch it, but I haven't. I don't have Paramount Plus, unfortunately, because these nerds. I might have to tonight, actually. Yeah, I mean, this is fantastic news. I mean, I wanted the Chaotix to be in season 1 really badly. I would worry about the budget. That would be the only thing, because they could barely do animated characters for the first show. But assuming Sonic 3 makes its money, they'll have a lot more budget left over, right? So I don't know if they can take budget from the movies and put it into the show. I don't know if that's how that works. I'm assuming that's how it is, but because didn't the same people work on the Knuckles show as the movies, or am I crazy?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. Okay.
I think the director might have been different. I'm not sure.
Okay. Interesting. But same sort of creative people. Just
yeah.
Okay.
I could see. So take this. Even if you take the same budget, maybe shorten it a little bit, and then don't hire if you just stick with Knuckles and the other CG characters, you don't need to pay real actors. At least the main cast actors.
Yeah.
So that could be an option.
And if you really wanted to, too, you could get a lot of the game voice actors to play the Chaotix. They would be
Yeah,
way
could do
less
that.
expensive
Instead of
than
big celebrities.
I mean, they want big celebrities, but at the same time, it's like we can't afford them for the show.
Yeah, but
Idris
for the
Elba's getting half the
Chaotix,
pay.
the Chaotix
Oh
are
yeah.
never going to star in a movie or anything.
You can get what Matt Mercer doesn't Matt Mercer or Troy Baker play SBO and yeah, you can get one of those two to come back. Would be completely fine. No one's gonna have any complaints.
Yeah, just get some child off the street to play Charmy.
Yeah, get little child number 4 to come in and be like
little Tim to play Charmy.
Get Jeff Fowler's son to play. I don't know if Jeff Fowler has. I'm just assuming, but it's probably.
And then, I don't know. Get fucking Jack Black to play.
You know what? Jack Black's in
Vector.
too much shit, but I would actually be perfectly fine with him as Vector. that fits. Like I can see it.
It does fit. It would work very well.
I would be okay with
He's
that.
all about music too. Vector's more like he gives more like rap vibes. But if he was into metal, like that makes sense.
Hey man, if you give him, I mean, Vector's honestly not hard to cast. I wouldn't be mad with really any. I'm sure anyone could do. I'm not particularly.
Listen to Tenacious D with me.
He'd be like, "Listen to Tenacious D, what up?"
It
would he'd be like, I mean, it kind of would. Again, I'm not super. I don't. Aside from like, hey guys, it's Vector. Like, I don't really have like an absolute mind's eye Vector, so I don't really, I'm not picky about it. So it's interesting. A lot of the behind the scenes stuff of what's going on with like the Silver and the Knuckles and the Shadow stuff, I'm very curious to see how that all comes together because either way, Sonic 3 is making bank, so they're making more content.
The universe is only going to grow.
It's true. When Amy Rose appears in Sonic 3.
Pink streak speeds by.
You're losing the bet, man.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but did you see the poster with Maddie and she's wearing a pink sweater? It's fucking foreshadowing!
Oh my god!
That's a real thing.
I heard about that the other day.
Tom is also wearing a Donut Lord sweater, so is that foreshadowing for the hole that Shadow's gonna shoot in his chest?
I fucking hope so. I hope he gores Tom more than anything.
Just punches his fist through him. That'd be great.
I guess that leads naturally into. Oh, actually, hold on a second.
Very naturally.
Sorry.
Let's talk about the Jelly Roll Sonic song.
I'm getting a fucking call. Okay, give me one moment.
It's Jelly Roll.
It's Jelly Roll himself. He says, "Hey, Braden, Paul Adams. Hey there. I hear you like my song.
Yeah.
I want to see you swing that badonkadonk to it on the podcast. Start dancing, boy.
Start dancing now.
Yeah.
Or else.
Or else I'm gonna hog tie you and put you over a spit. Roast
I'm gonna make you sweat.
I'll make you sweat, all right, all night long.
Oh my gosh.
Make you squeal like a pig, Paul Adams. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, make a noise. That sounds so wrong.
Oh, I can't wait for Braden to hear this.
Oh, me either.
When he's editing. Don't you make that face to me, Paul Adams. Yeah, you like my jelly.
Oh my god. I can't.
Oh, fuck.
I have like a really serious phone call. It's just like us commentating over it. I'm gonna make you fucking squeal, boy.
You're gonna roll around in all my.
You're gonna roll my jelly. That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Fuck talking about.
You'll find out when you edit, and you're
okay. All right.
You're gonna.
I was just gonna cut it out, but you guys are being funny. Damn.
No,
all right.
You should definitely keep it.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll, Sonic song. Go ahead. You want to talk about it?
It's a fucking country song. It's cheesy as hell. It's being probably the movie's end credits, which is hilarious. When you ask most Sonic fans like what they would have wanted, they would have been like, "Fuck, I don't want that." Most people are like, "This isn't Live and Learn." First of all, you dumb assholes. They're not just gonna be like, "Live and Learn" for the movie. They're not gonna post that shit. That's
Sonic
not
3,
something.
Live and Learn out now.
They're not posting it. Like, you guys got to realize that I swear to God, Sonic fans, they can do. They just sometimes they don't. Oh, okay. Anyways, the song is like not like it's fine. It's a good song. It's
Kind of
wholesome. Like
WAP.
yeah, it's like it's not. It doesn't offend me. I wasn't like sitting there going like they're putting country in my damn Sonic songs. I will say, I'll say this personally speaking. I haven't loved all of the movie soundtracks. They're okay. They're hit and miss. There's some good songs here and there, but they're also not very consistent. They'll kind of just like throw in maybe a Queen song in the first movie, or they'll throw in some rap in at the end of the credits. Like they're very like they'll kind of just take whatever they can get is sort of the assumption that I have. I that's what Ty thinks of what I have to say.
Yeah.
Well, look, music's subjective, man. Okay. I didn't really like the movie. I didn't really like
this. It's not an opinion.
I blew my bookings on that song.
Opinion alert! Opinion alert!
Opinion alert!
Opinion alert!
I think I shit.
I don't really like the song for the first movie. I like the song for the second movie, and then I like this one. So
both.
Yeah, of course you.
Like
You're
neither.
you're a freaking apologist.
You're a
Apologist.
bastard.
Opinion alert! Opinion alert!
Opinion alert! You suck.
You're like, actually, so
episode ever.
oh yeah, it's gonna be hell. I'll do my
In the
magic.
future, cut in and give us a thumbs up.
So yeah, the kind of Sonic Country song. I just thought it was funny. I didn't really have a point. I was just like, this is funny. We should talk about it. I didn't really have like an actual general point or
I
anything.
knew you wouldn't.
Just thought it was funny. It's just a weird thing. How many Sonic Country things are there out there?
I thought it was for Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow's classic
Knuckles
country
wears a
theme.
cowboy hat.
That's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm so glad that cowboy hat exists, but I hope he wears that in this movie once, just
He won't.
once.
He's already worn it in the show.
I know, but just put it on again.
No.
Doesn't he lose it at the end of the show? I feel like he lost it.
so.
I feel like I think a robot like ate it or something in that show.
But yeah, put Knuckles in the hat and then have the hat get shot off by Shadow with his gun. There you go.
And then he shoots Knuckles in the cock, and then he ain't walking away from that one.
It's okay because he has 3 more.
That's true. It's like it's only about a mere loss.
That was 1/4 of my power.
And then Shadow just keeps shooting him, and he's like, "Fuck! You weren't supposed to do that.
No.
That's my PP."
Sonic, he went pew pew on my PP.
I think speaking of PPs and pew poos, though, right? Great, wonderful transition. We got to talk about the
You fucking suck.
one of the biggest. Okay, whatever.
Is that your transition into the trailer? Speaking of PP and poo-poo? What the fuck?
You do it then, Ty. I don't want.
We were talking about fuck.
He's
this
told.
guy. Sonic 3 trailer. Hey, the trailer looks very good. Fucking.
It looks very good. I really like it.
Yeah, because how am I supposed to segue after that? I can't segue. There's no segue. Fucking stupid.
Dude,
I was trying to think of one.
that silence was wonders.
It spoke volume. Okay. Yeah, obviously it came out. Look, here's the thing. It released on. I'm pretty sure the last trailer released on a Monday too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was on Monday.
I remember when the first one dropped, and I was like,
It was a big deal. It was a big fucking deal. And then, so Ty was up. He didn't want to be up, but he had to be up, right? I had to wait all day to watch that trailer. Man, it was rough. I couldn't go on Instagram. I was working, so it wasn't that bad. But still, I went into the chat. I saw Ty say, like, greatest movie of all time. And I was like, okay, nope, I'm not looking at the chat for the rest of the day. Nobody spoiled anything in the chat, so I was thankful. But I
went
didn't want
to bed immediately.
Yeah, you were just like, yeah. And you're like, he did a lovely reaction though, where he played the trailer and then instantly played it back again and watched it and just sat there like, it's so great. I had a reaction too. And I was so confused. I also didn't help that I didn't have like the best day either. So I came home and I was like, just want to fucking watch this trailer already. And I turned it on. And let's talk about it, Ty. What'd you think, buddy?
Oh, it was peak. It was peak
It
cinema.
was peak.
It was peak.
Peak.
It was peak.
Yeah.
Ty said it was peak.
That means it's peaked. I said peak.
Therefore, it's peak.
I will
It was
say
Pika
this.
Pika.
Waiting all day for it definitely gave me a lot of very unrealistic expectations for the trailer. Just things that they
Met
were never
and
going to show.
exceeded.
No, just things they weren't going to show in a trailer. I don't know why I expected them to
Amy.
show.
He was expecting
No,
to see Amy.
I wasn't expecting to see Amy.
and Metal Sonic and Silver and Supersonic
I
and Super
did.
Shadow?
I expect to see. I did expect to see Supersonic, at least a little bit of it, because there's a toy out there with him.
I killed him.
The voice you're doing.
Okay.
Sonic 3 trailer, what about this? Can't wait to see the Bio-Lizard in the trailer.
Is that's Sonic Fan 64 right there?
And we're going to see Metal Sonic's penis in the trailer.
The worst. Aiden's pure crystal red right now.
He is as
He looks
pink
like
as
the red
Sonic.
Chaos
He's the
Emerald.
same
Oh, he
color.
does.
He's the same color.
That is really cool. No, okay. So like I said, I was waiting all day, so my expectations were unnecessarily high. Because I was just like, well, what's it gonna happen? What's it gonna be? And after you said peak cinema, I was like, okay, what's it gonna be? You know, I was envisioning this shot of Metal Sonic's foot coming down at the end of the trailer, and I was like, fuck, this is gonna break me. Obviously, it didn't happen.
guy.
It's still really,
He shoots a
Calm
Death
down.
Star laser at the moon.
That's not Metal Sonic. Give me a break.
That's metal as fuck.
It's metal. Yes, I didn't say the
That's
trailer was
straight
bad.
out
I'm
the
just saying.
games.
I'm just saying.
Like, oh, it didn't meet my expectation. Fuck. What do you want?
Because my
He held the gun.
expectations were
He shot the
impossibly
moon.
high. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's bad. It's fantastic. I'm just saying my expectations were
Brain
way
rot
too
got the
fucking
better
high.
of you.
It did. Okay.
This
was
trailer did reveal a lot more of the plot than I expected.
It did. It did not reveal Agent Rockwell like I assumed they would. They
It's okay.
are
Save it
hiding
for the
her
film.
from me.
It's okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She's not Maria, you goddamn idiot.
She's Maria, dude. I'm telling you
she's
right
not.
now.
They're
When
out
it
for
happens-
revenge. She's dead.
When it happens, you will cry and piss your pants and kick the person in front of your seat, and you will be very
Then I'll have to
upset.
sit behind you so I can kick you in the head.
I didn't fucking do it. I didn't make that choice.
It's
I
not
was
happening.
predicted.
You're delusional.
I think you're delusional for not
think
thinking
you're
that it is gonna
delulu.
happen.
You're Delu.
Just if it
Delulu.
happens,
Uh-huh.
then I'm all right. Yeah.
Listen, all right. Shut your
Uh-huh.
mouth, okay?
Uh-huh.
For one, so it looks like the second time they encounter Shadow, they also encounter Gerald, and Eggman immediately turns on them.
Yeah. They work together for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like-
for like 5 minutes, they find Shadow, and then he's like, "Oh, my grandpa, bye."
It's very interesting now because I don't really know what the structure of the movie was going to be, because I always assumed that like they'd meet Shadow and then they'd like already be working with everyone, but this kind of implies that this is happening pretty close to the beginning of the movie. So maybe, this movie is shorter than the last one. So this movie might just be like go go go. It might not have
it's
like
it's gonna be nonstop. Balls and
there's like
balls.
no time, there's like no downtime, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of epic.
We see that Gerald has an Eggman costume at the end of the trailer.
He does. I think it's the exact same suit.
It's the same
Mhm.
suit,
Yeah.
but in
Color.
white. It's
Mhm.
super cool looking.
a great suit.
They raise the Space Colony arc. So my initial thought from the trailers was, from the previous trailer, was the thing that rises out of the water was either. Well, I thought it was the crab robot, the crab base from Eggman. But no, that's the Space Colony or whatever the lab that they made Shadow in. You know, maybe it's not a space colony anymore.
Right.
But, you know, the thing.
The colony.
That raises up. Then they piss on the moon.
Yeah, they do. They piss on the
moon.
Exactly. They do it. So from now on, the moon's going to be fucked up in the night sky.
Which means the tides will be fucked.
Yeah, which means the apocalypse, which it kind of looks like the apocalypse at the end of the trailer. I'll be honest with
I
you.
hope the world just ends.
It's not going to end.
I hope the world just explodes.
But they definitely shoot the laser at the planet at some point. Because, I mean, how else are they going to get into that hellscape?
That was another thing. People were saying that was on the moon, but there's too much light for the moon. So unless there's like something illuminating the sky or something, I could see that. But again, there's no sky. It's space.
They're not super, and they're just if they were just on the surface of the moon, then like they can't do that.
Well, maybe they can. We don't know. We don't know how they work yet. We don't know. Maybe they can breathe in space. We have no idea.
Objectively, no. That's ridiculous.
We've never seen that, so we don't know. They could pull that out of their ass if they wanted to.
No.
They're fucking aliens, Tyler. They can...
From a planet with oxygen.
But we've never seen them do it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you're just ridiculous, Braden.
It's not ridiculous. We haven't seen it.
You're fooling
I'm not saying it's happening.
Opinion alert, you're delusional.
Opinion alert. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You shut the frickador, okay?
Frickador. Also, Eggman has his Christmas Carol with Gerald at some point for some reason.
You says that wasn't in the movie. You were convinced.
I don't remember this. So
you did. You literally said that's not from the movie. That's just an advert that they made for Christmas. You said that. I remember. And look at surprise, it happened. It's happening.
You didn't think it was in the movie either.
No, because you convinced me. You told me otherwise. You led me astray.
It just made sense.
It did. I'm not saying it didn't.
So you're like, oh, you were wrong. You were wrong.
I mean, you were.
Shut up. Get out of here.
The funniest part about that is Thatch is convinced that's like a child's body with Eggman's head CGI'd on, but I don't think that's the truth at all. I think it's just the... I mean, I think it's a body double. I think...
Well, yeah, he
but I don't
doesn't just run up to himself and tackle himself. That's impossible.
Well, I don't think it's a child. Like, Thatch was convinced it was a child. Like, I don't think it is.
I don't know.
It would be funny if it was.
He's got a gun.
Shadow has a gun. He gets to talk more in this trailer. He has the gun, which is a big deal, guys. Okay? Look, he's obviously not a fucking pistol. Like, he's not whipping out
one of those gun agent stun guns from the last movie.
Obviously. They're not going to give him a fucking Glock in the movie. But
even though in the first movie, they had actual assault rifles. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. They did. Everything in the second movie was more like sci-fi looking, though, right?
Well, yeah, because it's gun.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Before it was just the actual military.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, hey, that's perfect. You know, nothing wrong with that. Love the visual of Shadow riding around on the motorcycle with the gun. It's perfect. He's not going to use it very much. That's the problem. He's gonna maybe
use it very quickly, I'm sure.
But it's there for the fans to go.
There are going to be a lot of gun agents in this movie, so maybe he'll use someone else's gun at some other point.
He's gonna shoot gun agents in this movie.
He's gonna shoot Tom in the face. Brains out of his skull.
I'm hoping with that PG rating, they could definitely do that with that PG rating. Have his guts smear across the whole city.
Just the camera goes red from his blood splashing across it.
Sonic goes, "Fuck,
Tom, fuck,
fuck." Yeah.
And then he goes super. He goes dark Supersonic. Oh my god.
Dark Spine Sonic. He goes
from Sonic X, man.
No, I know. I just wanted to throw in stupid lore for no reason. I mean, look, this trailer is so fun. There are people saying that there's like a His World remix in there, which is crazy.
I don't know.
I haven't
very much.
I also couldn't tell. Usually I'm pretty decent when it comes to... No, I'm not. But I with Sonic songs, I mean, I'm better. But no, I couldn't really tell if His World... People were saying His World was an... Maybe it wouldn't surprise me. But it's definitely not in the movie. it's definitely just for the trailer. So
Jelly
I wouldn't get your
Roll,
hopes.
his world cover.
Yeah, that would suck. Uh, I mean, there's so many great visuals in this trailer. There's the classic fucking Dwayne Johnson shot that Tails is now doing, which I was so happy about that. I like it was like
His
Leo
face, yeah.
Leo in the suit where he's going, or in the chair he was going. Yeah, that was fantastic. Made
That
me
made me
laugh
giggle.
so hard. Yeah, they referenced Pokemon, and Nintendo's gonna sue them now. That's pretty cool. That joke is kind of dumb, but what's funny about that is the fact that it's Idris Elba going,
Pico,
acting like a
pico.
moron. Yeah,
Pico,
he's acting like
pico.
he's acting like an idiot.
That's
That's the whole appeal of Knuckles, is that he's just a fucking moron. He's like, oh.
He's just a big dumb lug.
It's great
That's
because in the
okay.
first
We
movie
love
he's
him.
really intimidating and scary.
He is.
Now he's just a big
But
fucking
I mean, he's
moron.
also dumb.
He is,
You know,
yeah. Well,
he gets duped.
he gets to see, yeah.
He's just
He's a
pissed
warrior.
in the first movie.
He's a fucking warrior, man. He's gonna light people on fire with his hands in this movie. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's what happens. He's like,
lights
"I'll
Tom
catch
on
you,
fire.
Tom," and then he catches him, and he.
Sonic goes,
flames.
"What have you done?"
Knuckles, you're my enemy.
But he somehow gets it confused for Shadow. He's like, he turns Shadow like, "What did you make him
It's
do?"
the red one.
Yeah, there's so much in this trailer. There's, I guess, Chows are in the real world, which is interesting.
They're just fictional characters.
They're just like Japanese
mascots.
mascot, which makes perfect sense. I'm not even
Yeah.
saying that.
It's like going to a
Doesn't
Hello
make
Kitty cafe or something.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's interesting. I would have assumed they would have introduced Chows later. Who knows? Maybe a Chow came to Earth like 70 years ago, and maybe that could be lore.
You know, by Sonic 5, we'll have actual Chows because they'll be in different planets or something.
Yes, that's sort of what they could do that. One of my favorite. I mean, really, there's just so many great shots, and like the last oh man, once we get to that last 30 minutes of, or 30 seconds of the trailer, I was just like, I was locked in because there's some fantastic. The fight in hell. I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's hell.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the end game battlefield is what's happening.
Literally, yeah. They're like Avengers compound is in the back. That was it looks phenomenal. I mean, you see the Chaos Emeralds in his eyes. I mean, yeah, Aiden got really excited. He had to go pee. People were saying it wasn't. It's the Chaos Emeralds. I mean, come on. It's too specific of lighting to not be anything else. I was like, it could be Metal Sonic's fucking monitor. It's
Metal
not.
Sonic's monitor.
It's the Chaos Emerald.
About? You see Chaos Emeralds in his eyes?
Sonic's eyes when he's looking at Shadow while he's fighting him on the moon. It's like right before. It's not. It's. I know it's the Chaos Emeralds. I do know. Like 100%.
It's literally 7 different colors of light. Yes, it is.
Well, it was Thatch. I think Thatch was like, I don't know, it could be like a computer or something. And I was like, no, dude, it's way too deliberate. And then
I'm sending a screenshot. It's literally 7 different colors of light. There's 2 different blues. There's a purple. There's a white. There's a yellow. There's a red. There's a green.
Well, I can confirm it because I've seen the shot that precedes it, and because someone leaked it from a TV spot, and yeah, I know it's the Chaos Emerald. Obviously, it's not a super spoilery shot. It's just them standing in front of the Chaos Emeralds. But yeah, obviously,
it's there.
Yeah, it's his world.
It's his
God
world.
Damn, man.
Recover does not exist.
I mean, look, it may sound like we're just going in circles, but this was a really good trailer, and it got me really excited. And I'm waiting for that experience, man. I'm so hyped, and I'm trying to avoid watching too much else from this point on. It's gonna be very hard.
Yeah,
There's
we have what? 1, 2,
20 days.
3,
20 days.
3 weeks exactly.
Oh yeah, 20 days. So. It's brutal, man. It is. I mean, this week was really hard for spoilers, man. I had to avoid the trailer spoilers, which was just one day. That wasn't so bad. And then I had to avoid spoilers for like half a fucking week. That was awful. That was terrible. It was everywhere. But we'll get into that later. Just a fantastic trailer. I mean, this is what we were waiting for. It ends on the Eggman bit, which is hilarious. Eggman's saying dumb shit in this trailer as always, which is great. Gerald is in a lot of this movie. I'm surprised how much he's in this. It'll never cease to be crazy to me to just see Gerald walking around just chilling. You know, he doesn't do that. He sits in a jail cell or he's like behind a desk most of the time, or like
he's only ever been until something else. He's only ever been in like flashbacks.
Yeah, he's not a very active character, so it's so weird to see him just out and about like walking in London.
Contextual and a motivation character.
Yeah, it's very bizarre to see him out and about, you know, going shopping or whatever.
In the modern day,
because he is just a mad scientist, just walking around with his lab coat. He's just
so interesting because, I mean, Gerald's evil.
Yeah, straight up.
So my theory from the last trailer, I was like, I think maybe Gerald will be the one to talk Shadow down. Nope. He's the one talking Shadow up.
I think if anything, this is gonna give Eggman a last minute like, you guys fucking suck, or they double down and Eggman's just evil. But I don't know.
No, I think Eggman double crosses both of them still. I still think Eggman's gonna be the ultimate bad guy.
Yeah. Maybe he lets Gerald fall off a cliff or something, or a moon cliff.
He shoots the laser beam at Gerald.
He eviscerates him in like 1 second.
I hate you, old man! You didn't give me what I wanted for Christmas!
Yeah, that's why he jumped at him. He wasn't happy to see him. He was mad that he didn't get his fucking Transformer.
So good. FNAF animatronic just wrong.
That is gold. It is gold.
I wish we could get Gerald's POV of that shot.
I hope we might in the movie. Maybe it'll cut to him going like,
no, but like what he's seeing as Eggman's running at him.
Oh yeah, like the actual Five Nights at Freddy's shot.
Yeah.
That would be great. I don't think Gray can do that shit no more.
I don't know. There's no way Kristen Ritter is playing Maria. There's no way.
There's a way. There's a will. There's a way. She's the secret clone.
Secret clone. She's the
secret
other
clone,
ultimate life form.
She is. Thatch had another theory. I want to quickly talk about this because this is goofy as shit. Thatch was like, well, they're advertising her a lot in this movie, so she has to be a main character. I'm like, I guess, but well, no, they're not advertising her, but she's like in the posters and shit. And it's like, okay. So his take was, what if she is like, what if she puts her brain inside Rouge? She's the new Rouge.
What?
Like they just had a Rouge body lying around.
I'm thinking she's just gonna be like in charge of the mission going forward.
Most likely. Most likely. To be fair,
Tom, what's her name? His wife, and then also
Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie, the sister, and her husband.
The guy.
All gun agents in this movie.
Yeah.
They're all in the uniforms.
Well, I assume Tom is a fake gun agent, or he's in disguise or something. That's what I assume.
I don't think he's in disguise. I think he's just on the team because Sonic recruits him to join, to help him. So.
Yeah. But it's kind of like it seems like
Maddie's sister is a gun agent, then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you could. Here's uniforms. Here's some equipment."
Well, it seems like Gunn is at the very least. It seems Aiden. It seems like Gunn is probably using most of Eggman's tech because they like owned him for they had him. Like they're probably working not together. I assume they break off on their own thing. But like they're probably like controlling some of his robots at least, and he's like, I want to get my robots back.
What are you talking about?
That seemed like a very valid thing I was saying. I guess not. Okay.
They never use any of his tech in the last movie, and there's no sign that they're using his tech in this movie. What are you talking about?
Well, they had him in prison. Like they had him. So why wouldn't they take his tech?
He wasn't in prison. He was in his crab robot underwater.
Oh really? Is that
that's why he was fat and patting his belly. They go find him. Because he went missing after the second movie.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like, "Oh, we never found Eggman. We couldn't find the body." And then Stone was like, "Oh, really?"
Gotcha. I forgot about that. My bad. Okay.
My guy.
I thought
This
they.
guy.
I thought they.
talking
I.
out his butt.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I thought you were talking about James Bond. And I was like, oh no, he's talking about Sonic. I'm like, what the fuck part of the
Yeah.
movie?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Are we good? Think that's all?
Well, yeah. Just bottom line, fantastic trailer. Can't wait to see the movie in December.
3 weeks, man.
20 days
3
from now.
weeks.
20 days. 20 days makes it sound like less time for some reason. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but it does. That's why I've been saying 20
3 weeks
days.
is
20
not
days.
much.
I know.
This month went
I
by
know.
so fast.
It
Yeah, because
did.
it helps us
I
we take freaking photos every day. Because half of our day is spent thinking,
Ridiculously
what's the photo of the day going to be? It does help, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
I'm
all
good.
Well, you're not good, actually. You need to tell us about Wicked.
Oh, shit. I completely forgot I was talking about that. Okay. Yeah, it would have helped to have that chair. 'Cause I'm going to sound like a crazy person. So, a little bit of background this week is I saw Wicked. Here's the thing. No plans to see that movie. Hadn't seen a trailer. Didn't know anything about it. My friend really wanted to see it. He's a huge fan of Ariana Grande. Massive fan. So he was basically just like, hey, you want to go see the movie? Initially, I declined. They were supposed to see it last week. Yeah, they were supposed to see it last week, but they canceled. And I was like, did you guys go see it? No, we're going to see it next week. So I was like, hey, I'll go. Because I realized I don't do shit. I come home, I take pictures, and I chill. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Editor, insert clip of Braden's joking face.
Nope, don't do that. I went to go see the movie. The whole plan was a shit show because it was 7 of us going, including myself. So it was 7 of us, and we were supposed to go to dinner, and then we were going to go see the movie. The movie was at 8:30. Nobody showed up to the dinner except for the guy who bought all the tickets and another guy. So thank God it was 3 of us, because if it was just me and him, it would have been really weird. Because I had dressed up pretty nice that night, so it would have been a little awkward. But that was a lot of fun, honestly. Just grabbing dinner, just having a nice. I haven't gotten dinner in a while, and I had a few drinks, and it was really nice. It was really chill. I got some. They're called Big Mamas. It's a strawberry lemonade with some vodka in there, and it is.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. But then we went to the dollar store to grab some candy afterwards. And let me tell you, I was a little tipsy at this point. So going through the dollar store and like grabbing candy was like the funniest experience ever. Because I was just going through it like, this looks really good. We should get this. And we ended up getting like 8 bags of candy, which we did not need at all. Nobody else drank that night. It was just me. So it was really stupid. But, well, one of us was 16, so he couldn't drink. And the other person didn't have their ID. So, yeah. So that's the only reason why. Anyway, so then everyone showed up for the movie. One of the girls who was supposed to come with, we bought the ticket for, she didn't show up at all. That was really lame. The whole reason why she wanted to go in the first place was because she wanted to get pictures for Instagram. So kind of goes to show how nice of a person she is. She just doesn't want to hang out with us. Anyways, so I sit down. Like I said, my context for this movie, nothing. I know it's related to Wizard of Oz. I know Ariana Grande is in it. I know there's a witch woman and that she's the pink woman. That's basically all I knew. And that's based off a musical. Pink and that the popular song is in it from TikTok. That's basically. I mean, it's from. Oh, he got really excited. Anywho, so
run from
this movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's fucking long, okay? Now, it's good. It's a good movie, I think. I would say it's probably a good movie.
Were you entertained?
Sometimes I was okay, that makes it sound less. I was entertained through most of it. Like I said, it does drag on way too long for my liking. There were at least 2 scenes where I was like falling asleep. It goes, and those scenes aren't actually long. They're because I have a baby attention span, so I was just bored. So don't, when I review this movie, opinion alert, guys. This is not
opinion alert.
Opinion alert. This is my experience. So don't think this is like me saying the movie's fucking awful. It's not. It's a good movie. I will say this. it is very well made. It is like I can imagine being a fan of the musical and just being like, wow, look at all this, look at all this. Like there's so much love and attention put into it. It's great. All the sets are really intricate. There's so much, like there's a lot of CGI in the movie, but it looks pretty good. Like it's pretty damn good. So there's a lot of love and attention put into this. It's very clear that the people working on the movie cared a lot about the musical. So that's really cool. Now this might be the first actual musical I've ever seen. Technically, like real musical I've ever watched, because I don't watch a lot of musicals. I don't hate musicals. I just don't watch a lot of them. So my favorite part of the movie is watching all the actors become schizophrenic and just start dancing around like psychopaths. That is the appeal of a musical to me, is watching actors become insane, because everyone's a cartoon character in this movie, and it's awesome. Ariana Grande is like a mean girl who's like a complete biatch for like the first half of the movie. She's insufferably bad. She has like a gay friend and a fat friend, and they just kind of sit like, look at her, she's green, what's she doing? Thank you. It's awesome. It is hilarious, and she's surprisingly funny. A lot of her acting, she's like flipping her hair around like a diva. She's insane in this movie, but it fits her character wholly. She's a crazy person.
She's a certified diva.
The movie, like I said, is Wizard of Oz, and I've never seen the Wizard of Oz all the way through. So there was some things I think I was missing. Like I didn't realize that the lion was supposed to be an actual lion. So the opening shot, there's like a lion walking down the yellow brick road, and I was like, what the fuck? There's an actual I thought he was a lion man. So I was kind of confused about that. Like, why the fuck is there a lion walking with them? I thought I was watching Narnia for a second. It's like, what the fuck? The movie opens with everyone celebrating that the witch is dead. And I know for a fact that they throw a bucket of water on her and she dies. I'm pretty sure, right? That's in The Wizard of Oz? Yeah, okay. So that's how the movie starts. It starts with everyone in town fucking going crazy, like celebrating the fact she's dead. They're all like dancing and jumping around, and they pull out a big wicker witch and start lighting it on fire. Like they're insane, man. And like I said, they're like prancing and like holding hands, and they're going like, "We knew, hey, Glinda, Ariana Grande, you know the witch, right? Or you knew her, right?" And she's like, "Once we were friends." And then the whole movie's a flashback, obviously, where they're meeting in school. The funniest part is the witch. She's just a girl who was born green, so that's her whole lore. She's just born green, I guess. And everyone in the movie's like, "You're green." She's born with magic. She's just born with it.
She
shoots out the womb.
Green.
Okay, well, that's most why people freak out when they see her. They're like, "She's green."
She's different. It's a metaphor for being, abnormal.
Yeah, absolutely. That was absolutely. I mean, just everyone being like, "You're green" was like the best part, though. There's a lot of. Yeah. Yes. It was great. They go to this like magic school, and they meet, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Basically, Ariana Grande wants to become the greatest wizard, or I guess would she be a witch? She'd be a witch, right? Technically speaking, yeah. Anyway, sorceress.
The good witch from something.
Yes, she's the good witch. She's the witch of the north, or what? I don't remember.
Yeah,
she's the pink one. So she was like, I want to be the greatest sorceress ever. And Green Woman's just naturally good at magic. So they get paired up together. The dean headmistress of the school is like, I see great potential in you, Green Woman, but I don't like this pink woman at all. I'm doing a very bad job at explaining it, but basically the whole movie, to sum it up, there's a lot happening. There's a lot of musical numbers. There's talking animals. There's a whole subplot with the animals of Oz being taken. Their voices are being taken away and their rights are being taken away. There's like a whole racist subplot with talking animals. Yeah. It's great. There's a talking.
The hedgehog's having a tough time.
I know. There's a great subplot where there's this goat who's a teacher, and he goes like, "Miss Alphaba, what are you doing here?" Like he's very he talks like that. He's got glasses. He's awesome. There's this whole subplot with him. And he's teaching history, and Glinda, who's the pink Ariana Grande, she's like, Can we learn actual
The
history?
pink
And
Ariana Grande.
yeah, the pink as opposed to the regular Ariana Grande. So, anyways, she's basically like, can we learn actual history? And he's like, no, it's important to know about the animals of Oz. They're part of our culture. And then he flips his whiteboard over and says, animals shall not speak in red like writing. And he starts tweaking. He's like, oh dear goodness me. There's like a whole racist subplot. It doesn't get
Wow.
resolved because I assume it's going to come back around in
Yeah,
part
this is
2.
part
That's
1.
another thing. This is part fucking 1. I was like shocked. I was like, there's 2 parts to this shit because this is about 2 hour and 40-minute, but it's a musical. I guess musicals are fucking long, so it makes sense.
Actually, this movie is longer than the full runtime of the actual musical.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. They must
So
skip
they
over
added-
that first part.
They added a lot.
Holy crap. Yeah, well, anywho. So the animal subplot's great. It doesn't really get addressed fully. I mean, we find out what's happening to the animals, but they don't really like resolve it, obviously. Because this is a prequel to Wizard of Oz. I've already said that multiple times. But the whole plot of the movie is basically them becoming friends and forming a friendship. She goes to like the dance. She's like, "You should wear this stupid black hat that my friend made for me, that my parents made for me." She goes to the dance. She gets embarrassed. Everyone's laughing at her. And this is like the slowest scene in the movie where she's like sadly dancing by herself. It is felt like an eternity, man. It goes on. I get why it was as slow as it was. It's really like this emotional moment, but I was just sitting here and going like, "Oh, can we keep her going?" Because she's just doing this for like 5 minutes, and I'm just like, come on now, come on. She's doing this crazy witch dance, and then Ariana feels bad, so she joins her, and they become good friends. There's also this hot guy in the movie, a prince or something, who joins the school. His entire character is that he's a hot prince, and he sings this whole song in a library where he's kicking books around. And I'm not gonna lie, that song was kind of a banger because he's jumping around, he's kicking books, and he's like, "We'll live life free," and he's tweaking. There was a lot of musical numbers I love because it's just people going insane the entire time, and that's what I love about musicals, or like about this movie specifically. Characters are losing their goddamn mind. Ariana Grande's boyfriend in real life is in this movie. He plays a munchkin, a little ginger munchkin, and he is just this weird incel character, and I love him because he loves Ariana Grande. But there's also Elphaba, the green witch. Her sister is a normal girl in a wheelchair, and there's this whole subplot between them. I don't really care too much about that, but he's a funny character, so I was like, hell yeah, I want more of him. A lot of dancing, a lot of singing happens, as it tends to do. And then Green Woman wants to meet the wizard. That's her whole goal. She wants to meet the Wizard of Oz. So once she perfects her magic, she is invited to go to meet the wizard. They have a train. Dorothy probably would have liked to know that there was a train at one point, because then she didn't have to walk all that way. They just have fucking green trains that takes them straight to the city. I don't know why they had to walk all that way. But they get to meet the wizard, and it is Jeff Goldblum, who is perfect. Like, he's Jeff Goldblum, so he's great, no problems there. But turns out the Wizard of Oz, he's a liar. He's not magic. He can't grant everything. And also, he's silencing the animals. So that's kind of cringe. So that's no good. Elphaba, her whole world changes, and she goes, "I fucking hate you guys. I'm gonna go free the animals, and I'm gonna go become my own person." And she basically, they have a dark hold in this movie. There's like a fucking dark hold that they use. She gets a hold of the dark hold. It's called I think it's literally called like the Grimoire or some shit like that. It's like a play on it. It's not just the Grimoire. It's like the Grimoire Moire or some shit like that. It's stupid. Also, the name of the academy they go to is called Shiz. And the first time I heard that, I laughed because I was like, "Fuck off! It's not called Shiz." But of course it is.
It was.
It is.
In the 90s. So yeah,
it's hilarious. Hilarious. Is the musical that old?
It's like 20-something years old, yeah.
Jesus, man. The original girls who were in the musical are also in this movie. They get their own song when they go to Oz, which I knew immediately who they were because they got a whole musical dedicated to them. So I was like, obviously it's these two girls from the original. It's kind of fun. I like the songs. There's some really catchy ones in this movie. A lot of them I recognize surprisingly from like Instagram and TikTok and whatever. It's crazy how many songs from that have become famous. Like it was a lot of them. Uh, Anywho, there's this great chase scene, and she uses the grimoire to turn the monkeys and give them all wings, and that was really scary, like visually, because these monkeys were just like normal blue monkeys, and they were like really serious and like stern, and then she mutates them, and wings like grow. It was like a gore. It wasn't actual gore, but it was pretty like gross looking. It was like Jesus, they're growing wings out of their back. Uh, and there's this epic action scene where they're running, and then she gets like her cool witch powers, and the movie ends on this giant musical number, and it's a very catchy song. I will admit, it's a great song. And she's flipping around, and she's got this like 20 feet long cape like blowing in the wind. It's a really hard visual. And then she's just like, "Fuck you guys," and she flies away, and that's how the movie ends. And my buddy next to me was crying while watching it, and it was really wholesome. But I was just sitting there like, I'm not gonna lie. When she met the wizard, there's like a 10-minute scene of them talking, and I was like ready to fall asleep. Keep in mind, it was like 11:30 at night, so I was like, I had to work the next day, so I was sitting there going, oh,
It's way past baby's bedtime.
way past bedtime. But I mean, it's a good movie. It is a really enjoyable movie. If you like musicals, obviously watch it. It's really entertaining. It was a really just entertaining. Yeah, I mean, it was a very strange experience for me as someone who's never really seen a musical before, and someone who isn't very familiar with Wizard of Oz. But it's a prequel, so you don't really be super familiar with it. Just turn your brain off, have some fun. It was a great time. So, wish Thatch was here. He's also seen it, so he probably would have helped, clear some things up a little bit. But hey, take what I can get. So,
Fair enough.
I don't know. Go watch it, I guess.
All things wicked. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. There was definitely not anything else more important to talk about this week, so we will be back next week to talk about nothing.
Yes.
Arcane. The Arcane finale.
Oh, that was actually a really good time. Hold on just 1 second, Ty.
All right, fuck. No,
Joke's on you.
I'm just gonna go on my phone and play Tetris.
Well, good for Brayden for seeing a musical. I cannot stand musicals. I've never had a good experience with seeing one.
No wonder why you haven't finished Epic.
What Epic's been the only one I've actually enjoyed. So, but I should finish. Yes. I will do, Ty? I should listen to the rest in the plane like I did last time.
You should. Except you didn't listen to it on the plane last time. You listened to it
I did
after
listen.
the plane.
I listened to most of it on the plane
No,
for what was caught up at that time.
Yeah, okay.
But I think I remember telling you it was like I downloaded all the songs at that time currently, but half of them were like the first half was all good, and then the other half was all
out of order. That's right.
Yeah, it was all jumbled. I'm like, well, I don't want to do it like this, so I'm gonna ensure that next time. Like I said, I'll just be like, Ty, I listen to Epic, dude. In person.
Finally.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Wicked is probably good. I might watch it, but I probably won't see it in the theater.
Probably not. But I don't know. I like some musicals. Depends.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gotta depend.
5 hours later.
Almost make it have a Black Series. Jesus, Brayden.
Finally, fuck. There he is.
Take Cad Bane's
Sorry. There's drama going on in the Adams household.
What's happening?
The dog is.
The refrigerator's running.
No, we're trying to keep the dog and the cat away because she got him pretty badly the last couple days, and she's getting dangerously close to his eye, and if she cut his eye,
You good?
let's crack into it. Yeah, let's crack into it.
All right.
All right. I'll stop playing Tetris.
You're playing Tetris?
Yeah.
That's my city, so go press.
I love Tetris. Hell yeah.
Let me pull up Netflix so I can scroll through the episodes.
Yeah, I mean, just just a little casual couple episodes dropped on what, Saturday?
Yeah.
So I had to
chill,
wait.
Very, very nonchalant. 3 episodes.
I waited till Thursday to finish them all. So you can imagine avoiding spoilers was very difficult. I go to Google, spoilers. I go to Instagram, spoilers. I go to YouTube, spoilers. And now my feed is full of Arcane shit because all I've done has been watching that stuff over the last couple days. So, if you haven't seen it yet, I watch it because like you're gonna get spoiled.
It's really good.
I already did.
I already did. I saw it all in one day.
Oh, dude, I cried.
Ty cried. I already know he did.
Yes.
Damn.
Damn. Damn.
All right.
I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah. First off, recap. Episode 7. Pretend like it's the first time.
Doesn't
we
respect
pick up
me.
with, like we thought, what happened with Echo, Heimerdinger, and Jace in the anomaly. So, alternate reality time. Turns out, if only Vi had died, everything would be good. Vi is the reason the world
she's
is
the problem.
hell.
She's the problem.
We pick up in an alternate universe where Echo has landed mentally. It's a utopia. Everyone's there. Vander's there. You got
Benzo.
You got the boys. You got Clagger.
And Milo.
Looks like a Chad now. Milo still looks like a rat, but Clagger looks like.
But he's got a mustache now. He's got a
rat. He's got a rat stash. Let's be honest.
Look, he's a rat man, but
he's got rat whiskers.
No, the feeling of seeing them again was so happy. I was so happy because they're some of my favorites from season 1. So
yeah,
get to see them again. Yeah.
And then there's Powder, not Jinx.
Yeah.
Powder is like Echo's girlfriend in this universe.
Yeah.
So Echo's freaking out because obviously he thinks Jinx is an evil woman.
Evil. Yeah.
And she takes him to like her little shrine to Vi, and he's like, "Did you kill her? Are you the reason she's dead?" And she's like, "What the fuck?"
He's so evil. He's so evil.
Such a dick about it.
He doesn't know, obviously, because he's
he has no clue what's happening. And
he has no context.
So he's just basically like,
she's like, "You're an asshole."
Just yelling at her, like, "Did you kill your sister?"
And she's just like, "Fuck you, man! Get out of my face!"
To break up right there, but whatever.
Absolutely. I didn't assume they were dating. I assumed they were just really good friends up until that point.
100% dating.
Well, I figured by the end of the episode, I didn't figure that they were. Interesting.
No, because he says, "Can we pretend like it's the first time?" Because he knows they're dating.
Gotcha.
Which is where the title of the episode comes from. Heimerdinger shows up, and he's like,
"Oh my god!
Oh, my boy, my friend!
I've been here for 4 years.
I've been here for so long, thousands and thousands of days."
He said it was. I think someone did the math. I think it's like 4 years or something like that, which is interesting.
Which is crazy. He's been living in a utopia for 4 years.
He's Bob Dylan now. He's singing songs.
He's singing a little song. Did you know that it was him when he was singing? Because I've heard people
not when it first happened. Not when
I
it first
knew
happened.
immediately. I don't know how you didn't know because it's obvious.
Nobody. Apparently, a lot of people were in the same boat as me because I think.
But that's like it's very obvious.
It sounded like.
Actor.
Well, it sounded more like a Bob Dylan impersonator. That's what I was getting because it's very Bob Dylan. No, again, it took me maybe like 10 seconds, and then I was like, well, like it wasn't like an immediate thing, but still, fantastic song. I've been listening to it a lot this weekend. So, yeah. Who cares?
So, yeah, shut up. So basically, the Echo plot is Echo, Heimerdinger, and Powder are trying to recreate Hex Tech so that they can get out of this evil, awful, wrong universe. It's so bad. They got to escape so fast. They just need to get out of here. Whereas
Cuts to
Whereas
Jace.
Jace wakes up in just peaceful, quiet solitude. He's walking through. There's not a care in
Yeah.
the world, except for the fact that he's in the post-apocalypse, and there's horrible creatures everywhere. And he falls into a hole, and his hammer breaks his leg, and it gets infected, and he's like crunching down like Gollum on these infected fish, and he's like losing his goddamn mind. And he has to take apart his hammer so that he can fix his leg, so that he can crawl out of the goddamn hole. He's in.
What if said he ate his leg?
No, he has to fix his leg. I said.
Oh, I thought someone ate his leg.
No. What? What are you talking about?
Somebody said he ate his leg.
No, he was eating fish.
Yeah.
He has his leg attached to his foot.
I thought it was like
there.
a rope. I thought he used the parts to fix it.
No, he's just got like a brace around it.
I'm too used to people eating their legs from One Piece. That's like I just assumed off. Yes, my leg is broken. Must eat it now.
Dumb.
That's real.
So he has to just slowly crawl his way out, and he sees that around the Hex Gate, there's like it's like fucking Death Mountain in the Legend of Zelda games. Where it's got clouds around it, and it's evil, spooky.
Yeah.
Echo apologizes to Powder by giving her painting a mural of her future sister if she weren't dead.
That's a scary thing. Imagine showing that to someone.
Yeah,
like
in
accurate...
meticulous detail. This is what your sister would look like if she weren't dead. Like, how do you?
And she's
know
like,
this?
that's kind of bizarre.
That's
okay.
kind of creepy. What the fuck?
But they dance.
Yeah, they do dance in slow mo to French a song, and Braden's like, "Why did my language change? Did I change my?"
I didn't realize. I didn't realize Isha's song was also a different language. I apologize. Look.
Silly Billy.
Okay. Okay. Here's a fun fact about that song, by the way, or that scene. People love that song. It's fucking blowing up everywhere. That scene, it's really like jittery and slow motion. At first, I was like, "This is weird. I don't like this." I realized that it's 4 frames per second, like the time limit that Echo has on his device. These guys are.
Like a memory.
Well, yeah, that's probably the actual reason. But hey, knowing these guys, it's probably intentional because there's a lot of shit like that in this show where you go like, "Oh my god." Great scene. I mean, you really do feel like you feel that pain, like you feel that connection with these characters. Like it's scarily well done. Like everyone was like just sad by the end of it because it was like, imagine going to like paradise and having to leave it, you know? Like it's shitty, man.
So
makes you feel bad.
Echo passes off the work to Heimerdinger while he goes and dances with Powder, and they sit on the roof and they make out. And then he goes to Heimerdinger, and Heimerdinger's like built an entire contraption that wasn't there before, an entire teleportation pad, and Echo's like, "This is not a small modification." He's like, "I do my best work when I'm alone, boy."
He's a bit of a recluse.
He's a bit of a kook. And so they get it to work, and they're gonna power it on, and they get the anomaly generating, and then Heimerdinger's like, "Oh wait, I have to do one more thing," and then he runs out, and he's like, he's gonna plug in his 2 things, and then Echo's like, "No, wait, stop," and Heimerdinger gets vaporized.
Yeah.
Just dust. He's gone. Maybe he got teleported, but probably he's dead.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when they were experimenting. No, I didn't. Jesus.
Oh, yeah. At some point earlier in the episode, they're playing with time travel, and Heimerdinger's face explodes.
Yeah, he's like, what was the indicators that you were for this time? And he's like, you don't want to know.
You eyeballs.
So yeah, every cannon, Heimerdinger explodes and dies horribly. So
yeah, I don't think he. It's hard to say.
The creators say that he can't die. I guess that's a thing. His species can't die, but also maybe that's lore that they changed. I don't know.
Well,
he's probably alive.
Can't die from age,
right?
But could die from being murdered.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of mixed lore about that. I've been hearing that like they reincarnate immediately, like phoenixes. I've heard that. But it's also League lore, so who knows? It's fucked up. It doesn't make any sense.
Who knows? Either way,
He's alive.
I think
He's
fine.
he's alive. He's fine.
Listen, all right. When we get to the third episode, there's a precedent of characters looking like they died, but they're actually fine. So I think he's fine.
Yeah.
So Echo goes back to his reality. Meanwhile, Jace gets to the top of the mountain. He climbs Mount Everest. He gets there. And it's not very good. He finds himself and his own hammer, and he finds that they lost, and that he's a loser. And he talks to the wizard that saved him, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And he gives him a mission. So Jace has to go back to the past and save and take turkeys off the menu.
Play these shitty games that suck ass. Yeah.
So he's got to change the timeline and fix it, and so he gets sent back.
Yeah. And that's where episode.
And also, Powder reveals that she had the hex balls the whole time, so they didn't even need to find the shards.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe she's gonna make hex tech and do something. I don't know. Maybe
then they can have cool multiverse adventures.
Episode 8.
Yeah, I mean, Episode 8 picks up. I'm gonna let you.
Mel.
I don't know why.
Pick up with Mel.
Yeah, with Mel.
I'm looking
right.
at it
Right.
With Mel.
She gets her powers.
Her powers are unlocked somehow. These people want something from her. It's kind of vague, unclear.
Yeah.
But whatever. And then we cut back to Ambessa and the doctor, and they're burying the corpse.
The guy,
bearded
guy
man that died.
Yeah, her bearded friend
crushed by Vander. And they're inspecting Victor's sphere, and Victor, who's alive still, starts talking through the corpses of his people, and he's like, "Hey, I need your help. I want to get to the Hex Gate, and I want the power so I can make everyone like me."
We're gonna do a cool gamer move. Yeah,
we're gonna
give everyone level up. We're gonna level up everybody.
Yeah. We're gonna make it all good. And then Vi wakes up, and she is in bed, and there's the big man who's there, who has some lines of dialogue.
Loris is his name.
Loris, yeah.
Loris.
He's there. It's crazy.
I think that was the first time I ever figured out what his name was.
Vi finds Caitlin and Maddie, and she learns that Jinx was arrested. She's pissed at Caitlin, and Caitlin's pissed at herself, and Caitlin's pissed at Vi, and Vi's pissed at herself.
There's a lot of piss.
Pissed.
Yeah, there's a lot of piss.
There's a lot of piss. They're just pissing everywhere. So then Caitlin goes to talk to Jinx, who is like trying to picking at her nails. She's like,
her hair's down.
She's mentally unstable. Her hair's down. I saw someone talk about the episode, and he was like, her hair's so much longer. She's been in here forever. And his co-host was like, dude, you know that braids make your hair shorter, right? And he's like,
that's
what?
that's a me take right there. At least I knew that. At least I wasn't dumb enough to be like, oh, her hair grew.
I'm proud of you for that one.
Thanks, man. You're about to not be proud of me.
Oh god. Okay. So then we get to Jace, who's in the council chamber, and Mel shows up, and he's like, "Oh my god, Mel! Wait a minute, Mel, you bitch!
You're a golden hot babe, but I hate you now.
My golden girlfriend, but I'm mad at you for not any good reason."
Yeah, I'm just upset. Which, to be fair, he did just go through hell.
I was in literal hell, and all my friends were dead.
That's your fault.
And it was definitely my fault, but also your fault, Mel.
Yeah,
so I'm
for no reason.
Well, because she egged him on. I get it.
That's true. Yeah. He was like, "You got to become a council member. You got to do this."
Yeah. But then
and then a scary evil robot comes out of nowhere.
Freaking Robo Man shows up, and bada bing, bada boom. It's Victor. He's got a crazy assassin droid, straight up moves like those.
Well, Victor's like, yo, let's talk. Let's be civilized.
Yeah,
And
he's
Jason's
like,
like, fuck no.
well, no, he's like, let's talk, all right? I want to assimilate all of humanity without their consent and become one and end the world. And Jace is like, no, I saw what that was like. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's valid. But
So
yeah.
Jace tries to destroy the robot, and it doesn't work for a lot at all. And then Mel has to save him with her cool new magic.
Yeah, they save each other a couple times.
Jace is I mean, he doesn't really get any hits off though.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe he gets one hit, but that's it. Mel was more effective against the robot. But so then they hug. Do they kiss? I think they just hug.
I think they. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't make out.
They don't. Yeah.
And then something happens with Victor. Sky, the woman, her spirit.
Yeah.
Goes away. And
I
Victor
think
evolves and his fucking face splits.
Yeah, they're it's because of what the doctor's doing. He's like experimenting with them, and he's like bringing out their
DNA or something,
latent potential or whatever, some shit like that. And she goes away because she's probably part of his conscience or whatever, and she's probably like, and he doesn't, and he's like, I will miss you, and she's like, no, you won't. It's like you don't need, you know. He's like, you don't need me. You never needed me.
You didn't even acknowledge me when I was alive, motherfucker.
It's true. It's very true. So he becomes
I
God.
Mention this. So the doctor wanted to create like the cure to death with Victor, and I think we're gonna forget about it because it was a very, very final scene
I remember
in the final episode. But
I was just thinking about
does it. His daughter shows up and he saves her.
His robot daughter, Robot Maria's back.
Yeah, Robot Maria. She looks like weird and creepy, but also kind of cool. And
he gets a happy ending, unlike most of the characters in the show.
He gets a happy ending,
even though he's a disgusting-looking evil man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jinx talks to her dearly departed dad in Silco, and he's like, "You gotta kill yourself, Jinx. It's the only way out. You gotta do it. You just gotta put a bullet in your brain."
That is basically what he says, yeah.
It's basically just the conversation.
Yeah.
And then Vi shows up and she unlocks the door and she's like, "Oh, I stole the keys from the guard. I'm gonna save you. You gotta join me." And then Jinx punches her in the gut, locks her in a cage, and then runs away. So she's gonna kill herself.
Yeah.
And then we have a big old meeting. Jace is in a swanky new outfit. Super cool looking.
A big old shoulder pad.
He's got big shoulder pad. He looks kingly. He's got the beard. He just looks hot. And he's like, "Hey, this robot tried to kill me. So we gotta unite.
We gotta fight."
They don't
they know that
some of them don't unite, at least.
They know that too because Ambessa's working with the robot. Like they have their whole.
They know the robot's coming.
Yeah, they have their whole like plot because Kate betrayed. Well, not yet. Hold on, we'll get there.
We're about to.
Caitlyn betrayed, so I think that's mainly the reason why. It's an act of war.
Yeah, so Ambessa's no longer in the favor of the government. She's not in charge anymore, so she has her people. So they know that, like, Ambessa's coming. Jace knows that Victor's coming. So they got to unite to fight the forces of evil. Yeah. And, we start to see, like, a montage of the city being prepared, people being evacuated, so on and so forth.
People joining the fight.
Yeah. And then Vi's still in a cage.
Yes, she is.
Someone picks up them keys and unlocks that door.
I wonder who it is. It's Svander.
Inside. They start talking about Jinx and all that, and being like, "Well,
they were talking. They were talking, but I wasn't listening."
They were talking all right. They were yapping all right. And Caitlyn's like, "Who do you think allowed you to get down here to get to Jinx, you idiot? Like, I wanted you to try." Yep. And they start making out. And then they start
aggressively.
And then they start
Fucking.
you know, getting real. Vi just straight up goes down on her, and
Fun-
yeah.
It's as censored as it can be. They don't show anything, but they show about as much as they can get away with. Fun fact about that scene. Well, that too. I had to go close my blinds because I was like, oh my god, my granddad's outside, and I ran out there and closed my blinds. Because I thought it would be like a quick little thing. I did not think it was gonna go for as long as it did. I think it was like a minute and a half or something like that.
It was surprisingly less intense than the Vex Percy scene.
Yeah. Well, it was. I think the style is more intense, but they didn't show as much. You know, had they gone as far as they did, it would have been brutal. Fun fact about that scene. So obviously, completely censored in China. Completely. There's also a fun fact. One of the final scenes got censored in China too, and it's fucking hilarious. I need to show you that because it is hilarious. They're like leaning their heads on each other. They've just moved them aside, so she's like leaning her head against it. It's so fucking stupid. And fun fact, that scene was supposed to be way longer, but Netflix had to say no. So basically, the creators probably had a whole like porn scene made, and Netflix was like, nope. So probably for the best, but I love imagining the creators just being like, we have to have this really long sex scene.
We started this season with you being like, I remember there being a crazy sex scene.
That's the thing. It came true. My freaking...
Except you wanted actual porn. That's why you thought there was a scene, because you looked up porn. We know this is true.
I didn't look it up. But the funny thing is, I totally conjured it. But also, it's just crazy.
It. Your dreams came true.
The creators... They wanted to make my dream actually happen, but Netflix, the damn bastards.
Yeah,
the damn bastards
Netflix
over at Netflix
censoring our lesbian sex scene.
Yeah, man. Where else am I supposed to get that?
I don't know. 30,000 websites on the internet.
38,000 actually.
No, sorry. I forgot about that.
Anywho. That scene was crazy, obviously. I just can't believe there's more of it out there. That's crazy. It's in a folder somewhere. And people will go insane.
Yes! The sex cut!
The sex cut.
There'll be like music over it or something.
Is that how the episode ended? I'm pretty sure.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Goes to Ambessa. And
all right.
We find out what they did to Victor, and we see his face split, and then the episode ends.
Yeah. He turns into God, cool mech God at the end.
He turns into a Gundam.
Vaguely Gundam, yeah.
We pick up in the very next episode, and Echo shows up, and Jinx is trying to kill herself.
That's funny. Yes. Jinx is trying to kill herself.
She burns down the last drop. She burns down Silco's chair, and then she's got a grenade. And she goes ding.
Cuts her hair.
Yeah, she cuts her hair and then explodes, and it rewinds. And Echo's there. And he's like, "Hold on!" And then she goes ding, and then it explodes and it rewinds. He goes, "Stop it!" And she goes ding, and it explodes and it rewinds. And then he's starting to get like hurt.
Give me a.
He's starting to get hurt. He's like bleeding. He's like, "Can you
give me a second?
Give me a second to breathe." And then he sits down, and then she's like, "Nope," and then she jumps off the edge.
I love from her perspective. She's just like, "What are you talking about?" Like he's acting like a psycho.
Yeah, because the rewinds aren't happening for her. She doesn't know that's happening.
No, so she's doing it for the first time. I think. Why would she jump the last time? It's interesting.
Yeah,
I've seen some discourse about that. She might remember. She doesn't acknowledge anything.
Yeah.
Either way, she's
suicidal, and he has to talk her down, and it's cute in a talking off the edge sort of way. So in a very not wholesome way.
Not wholesome at all.
It's wholesome in a non-wholesome way.
He got his wholesome moment, and now he's watching his girlfriend go crazy and try to kill herself. So
yeah, the woman he loves. And then we get the war meeting with Jace, with Mel, with Vi, with Caitlyn, talking about what's going on, talking about the situation. And we get cutting back to Vi running with a body on her back.
Yeah.
And eventually we
They
catch
do-
up. Sorry.
I like that they did that. I prefer that they didn't like build up everything. I like that they just cut straight to the war because
Yeah.
well, I will say this is the longest episode of the season. This is 53 minutes, I think. Every episode was like 40 or 39 to 40. There'll be some issues that I'll have to talk about later, but there are some like general fan stuff I need to talk about. But generally speaking, I like that this was a longer paced episode. Longer length, I mean, not paced.
So we cut to Vi like in a tower on the wall or something, and
Battleships coming in.
Yeah, ships are coming in, and Bessa's attacking. What's big man's name?
Loris.
Yeah. He's manning like a cargo shipping container railgun.
It's cool. They're using the hex. To shoot, which they used to shoot airships out. They're using it to like shoot like fucking crates out and like blow up the arm. It's really cool, actually.
That's pretty clever.
That was really good. It's like a slingshot.
Yeah.
But don't last very long.
yeah. I mean, it gets bad. It gets very bad very quickly.
People dying.
Yeah, specifically Loris gets shot to like 3 times and then shot in the throat.
Very unceremoniously. That character had no fucking anything.
That character had nothing.
The Green Man survives, who says nothing. He survives.
Never speaks a word.
But Loris that can't survive? I don't even get it, man. I was like, they have to explain where these characters come from. They did not.
So it's this desperate battle. They look like they're getting the upper hand, and then Mbessa's people start busting through when
Mbessa comes out.
Gets brought out.
She's got like cool wraps on her arm with like shields, so whenever she gets like shot, she's like blocking it.
Well,
that was really cool.
It was the enchanted stones from her bodyguard's weapon, is what it was.
Yes, that's cool. It was really dope.
Negates magic. So they're wheeling Victor towards the gates, and they're approaching, and it looks like all hope is lost. And then out of nowhere, music starts blaring, and Jinx shows up in a blimp.
Oh,
she took time to.
You skipped a lot.
No,
you jumped way ahead. There's so much before that.
No, the crazy robots come.
Are you sure?
She shows up.
But what about the other stuff with Mbessa and Mel and all that? That happened after?
Yeah, it happens after.
Oh, I guess you're looking at it. Okay, whatever. I don't.
I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Okay.
Jinx shows up. She's got music.
Yeah.
She took the time to build a blimp, paint the blimp, sew a new outfit, and paint up all the Firelight's gear.
So the blimp, by the way,
sooner at any point.
The blimp, by the way, is her hideout on the jet thing, which is really dope.
So she converted
really
her
sick.
freaking base into a
That
blimp.
was dope.
Not fast. So she
no,
could have shown up like a week ago.
Look, she wanted to kill herself. She wasn't exactly building the craziest contraption here. She was just kind of going like, this will do, I guess.
No, she does build she converts her base into a blimp. That's insane, and that would take forever.
Yeah. Exactly. She's just going for it.
Meanwhile, also, there's a whole... So I did skip the gas scene where they, like, try to put the bomb on the egg sack.
Oh, right.
Doesn't work. There's a pin in it, and then Caitlyn gets knocked out. And then Jinx shows up, and then... So it's like, it's going well, and then it's not going well, and then they plant the bomb, and then the bomb doesn't work, and then Jinx shows up, and then... The robots.
Yeah, the robots come out, and it's like, stinky.
But also... Who knocked out Caitlyn?
That
it
bitch.
It was the Irish bitch, Maddie Nolan. After Jinx shows up, this little twink takes charge of Loris's cannon, and he fires the railgun
Tom Holland.
at Tom Holland. Tom Holland saves the day, shoots the egg sack.
He does.
And it's revealed it's empty. Victor's not in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Then jump cut to Jace is trying to depower the Hex Gate, and Victor shows up. So they failed. Mission's already over. It's already looking bad. But then it gets worse. So Maddie has a gun to Caitlyn's head, and all these soldiers are coming through, and then the robots start coming through. And the robots are like touching people and making them see the light or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Let's see, where we at? So we get like a battle. They're gonna have a fight. Caitlyn and Mbessa and Mel. Before
that fight was cool. I like that fight.
Maddie's gonna assassinate Caitlyn.
Yes, she is. And guess what? She
gets put into a bubble, and that shit ricochets and shoots herself in the head. And
it's so satisfying.
I said out loud, "Oh fuck," when that happened, because I did not expect that.
Immediate satisfaction, because she deserved every piece of that. She's also like, I appreciated the warmth, and it's like, how dare you? How fucking dare you?
How icky.
You know what? She more than anything feels like the fandom divider. Like, she exists to like, for the fandom to be like, fuck you, you're sleeping with fucking Caitlyn, I hate you. That's what it felt like. And so when she dies, it's like the most satisfying thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, everyone hated her immediately because she was cheating on
because of that
with her. So yeah,
that's it.
Fair enough.
Everyone was like, "Oh, she's cute, she's fun" in the first 3 episodes, and then the next 3 episodes, I was like, "Ew, I don't fucking like you at all."
Those same people would have been happy if she died without being a traitor, but they were all the more validated that she was a traitor.
Exactly. Now there's a story reason for it. It's not just she did the wrong thing.
Yeah. So the robots show up, and also Vander's back, but he's an evil robot. So
he's got
that's cool.
Emotionless robot face now.
Yeah, he's got like handsome robot wolf face.
We also see Vander's memories literally burn away, so Vander's not in there anymore.
He's gone. He did.
Just sad.
It's all Warwick now. So Echo, Jinx, and Vi take on Warwick, and then they crash into the tower, and Mbessa and Mel and Caitlyn fight, and eventually they cut off the magic bands on Mbessa's arm, and then Mel activates the special necklace that the Black Rose gave her, and they tie up Mbessa, and then vague things happen where they're like, "Oh, magic," and "Sister, what are you doing?" And then
they go into Rose Vision.
Yeah. She gets rid of the magic, and Mbessa still dies anyway. I don't exactly know why or what happened.
Sorry, there's happenings going on. I was listening.
Okay. You were not listening. Your headphones were off.
I can hear you through the headphones.
Yeah, okay. And then it's a lot of fights. It's a lot of fighting. Victor ascends the tower. He reverses gravity, and he's gonna win. Jace is chasing him. Again, a lot of fighting, but it looks like Jace is gonna lose because he's at the top of the tower in the position that he was in the alternate timeline.
Yeah.
But Echo shows up. The boy savior with the time sphere. He shows up. He gets his ass kicked. He rewinds time. He gets his ass kicked again. He rewinds time. He gets his ass kicked again. He rewinds time. He wins.
Yeah.
And he breaks Victor's face. And then Jace, in the mental scape, reaches Victor's humanity. And
they have gay sex.
No. They touch foreheads, and they're like, "You can be good again." And Victor's like, "I don't know why you want me to be good again, because I'm an asshole."
He's like, "I love you. You're my brother. I love you, brother."
And it's cute, and it's sad, and then they undo all the evil, and it's revealed that Victor was also the wizard. And so Victor
was.
won, but then he realized he did a bad thing. So then he was
Victor
traveling
was.
through time, trying
Yeah.
to save the day.
Victor was brutal, actually. He pulled a brutal.
He is brutal.
Yeah.
Basically. And
That was the only direct comparison I have in my head.
so it's so interesting. It's a little crazy.
It is. It's a little wacky.
But essentially the idea is that like he created all these different timelines trying to get Jace to save the day, and none of them worked until right now because Echo showed up. So I mean, Echo's the savior, essentially.
He's called Boy Savior. That's
Boy
his
Savior.
name. It's like a Robin ass name.
So, present Victor sees what future Victor realized, and so present Victor realizes that he was doing a bad thing, and so they touch foreheads and they undo the evil and they disappear. They're definitely not dead. They're just gone somewhere. They teleported or something.
They're spirit men. Yeah.
And they probably, went to the future or the past or something. I don't fucking know.
They'll find a way back.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But they're together, and that's what matters.
And the gay shippers are having a field day.
It's like a brotherly love thing. They need to.
I know, but you don't tell the fandom that.
I know they'd scream and cry.
I know.
And piss and moan. Meanwhile,
what's else gonna be pissing and moaning? Yeah, continue.
All the evil robots are done except for Warwick. He's still alive, and
Interestingly,
so he attacks Vi and Jinx, and then it gets to a point where he's holding on to Jinx, and Jinx is holding on to Vi, and Vi is on a ledge, and she's like, "You gotta let me go," and then she makes her let her go, and she drops down into the heart of the tower, and she explodes. Or does she? Because she definitely doesn't.
You're of that mind?
Well, it's confirmed as far as I am aware.
Oh, really? Okay.
Wikipedia says alive, presumed dead. So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure some people are saying you could like particle effects from her like zooming out of the way. Some people are saying that
there's a purple line that's there, and also in the Caitlyn scene later, she's looking at the schematics that shows an access tunnel that leads out of the bottom of the tower. So.
Gotcha. Well, and she's also Jinx. Like
she's also Jinx. Yeah,
they're not gonna kill her off
to get out of that, and yeah, she's a main character.
They're not gonna kill her off, but it worked for the ending of this season. That's for damn sure.
So then we watch as the hammer from the future crumbles up top the tower, and that's it. Cut to black. Except we get some epilogue stuff. Echo's sad because he misses his fake girlfriend.
Yep.
And
mourning deaths.
Savika's on the council. Mel,
somehow I don't know why she's here.
She didn't even help in the fight or anything.
She tried. I think she got like knocked out.
I don't remember.
She showed up with a gang. She showed up with the gang of other guys.
Yeah.
They like came out of the shadow, but they don't do anything. They just show up and yell. So
they show up and get their asses kicked. Then,
what are they gonna do?
Yeah. So Caitlyn looks at the schematics and he realizes that Jinx probably survived, and then she and Vi lean each other's heads on each other a few times, and then we see an airship
in China
flying away.
Yeah.
Who's on that airship? Probably Jinx.
Jinx, because she says, "I want to ride that thing one day" in season 1. So,
exactly.
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing. Good storytelling.
Circular storytelling.
Yep, it starts where it ends. Kind of, not really, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. And then we see the Doctor's weird robot daughter, and she's weird.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I was expecting post-credit scene. Nothing like that.
No, sir.
That is the end of Arcane as we know it. They've already confirmed they've got like 3 spin-off shows in the works, so who knows what's going to happen.
Development. They have said, as far as I'm I've read that Victor is confirmed to be appearing in something else somewhere at some point. So,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's alive.
I know
Jace is alive.
They want to do a Noxus show, which is where Mbessa
Mhm.
comes from, which is
As
interesting.
well as Demacia and something else.
Yep.
Some other place.
Isia or something. Isia, something like that.
Something like that.
So, I think the thing to note is that the guys came out and they said that they were rushed
Opinion
this
alert.
season. Opinion? No, this is not opinion. This is a fact. This is damn fact. What I'm about to tell you.
It's confirmed canon.
Confirmed they were rushed this season. Makes me wonder if Netflix has some sort of like two season. Not really, because they've done. I don't know. Maybe Netflix was like, oh, you guys only get 2 seasons to tell this story, even though there's a lot of budget being thrown at this and it's popular. So I don't really know why they would
have
be.
been rushed if they were expecting 2 seasons.
I think, right. I don't know. That's what the creators themselves have said, that they were rushed. There have been a lot of controversy about the ending in particular, saying the whole season felt rushed. I understand why people have been saying that, but at the same time, I think it's not that bad. Like, I think
So,
Mhm.
I think the first
Opinion
arc
alert.
feels... Yeah,
Mhm.
opinion alert. I think the first
Opinion
arc
alert.
feels natural. The flow's natural.
Mhm.
I think the
Yeah.
second arc had so much happening where it does feel
Mhm.
like, all right, yeah. Well, because, you get to the end of the second arc and you're like, well, how could they possibly wrap this up? And then the third arc,
Yeah.
they do wrap everything up. And it does flow much more naturally. So I think it was just...
Yeah.
Maybe it was supposed to be like 12 episodes or something, and they cut down the middle or something like that.
Yeah. But, like, there's certain things, like, everything being... For the end of what is a show, right? I know there's going to be other shows, so I get that. But as far as most people are concerned, Arcane is over, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as, like, a casual audience knows. We don't know what happens to Heimerdinger. We don't know what happens to Jason Victor. We don't know what happens to Jinx. Like, all that stuff. We don't know about it. So I think maybe even like an extra 15 minutes just thrown at the end would have been nice. Just something like that.
Here's the thing, bro.
No.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you don't need all the answers.
that's true. That's wise. It's very
Sometimes
wise.
You can just come to terms in your own perspective. I hate it when some movies do that, but
Mhm. You don't
this
hate
one,
this.
I feel like the answers are clear enough that, the one that I'm not certain on is Heimerdinger,
Yeah.
but like
I would have liked some confirmation about him.
in terms of Jason, Victor, and Jinx, like they're all fine. I'm not worried about them. So
Yeah. It's Jesus, Aiden.
you got another phone call.
He's a busy boy tonight.
Seriously.
Hey, it helps keep him busy aside from listening to us talk about
Yeah,
nonsense.
he's doing anything other
like-
than just sitting there.
I liked the ending. I did. I didn't really have any necessary problem. But when they did point out it felt rushed, things did kind of like, I was like, okay, there are definitely things that the structure of the season's interesting too, because they have to.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
He's leaving us.
All good, man.
I can't hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you. Muted him. I muted him.
All right, sorry. You're not on mute anymore.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to leave, but
It's all good, man.
I'll tell you guys after. But anyway,
All good.
thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us. Sorry we
Yeah.
talked so much.
No, it's all good. I don't really have anything to contribute.
Yeah,
for-
I know. Sorry.
It's
Sorry.
not
bud.
really my array of topics, but I like
I know.
just being here. So, all right,
Thanks
gentlemen.
for joining.
Talk to you in a bit. Bye, guys.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I can see, like, overall, I can see why people. It's not so much that people are actually like seeking the ending and be like, oh, it's rushed. I think people just wanted to see more out of it. And again, the lack of answers right now is really hard. Keep in mind, when season 1 ended, it was kind of like, oh my god, what the fuck? We have to wait for season 2,
Now
So
it's,
it's
oh
not
my
the same
God.
situation.
There's nothing. It's over. It's done.
Yeah. As far as like I said, we don't have anything yet, obviously there will be more League shows, and this is the best thing. I mean, this is like I can't even say it's the best video game adaptation because the video game it's better than the thing that it's adapting. So it's like
But
by
if
the
you were
by,
to put in the Game Awards category for best adaptation,
it
would
is.
be the
It
best
it is. It actually is. It actually is. It's going up
I know
against
it is.
Fallout
Yeah, I
and
know it is.
Knuckles. Yeah.
I know. I'm just
Gotcha.
saying, in that circumstance, it is still
Gotcha.
the best adaptation.
Oh yeah, Knuckles touching it. Not even close. Fallout I haven't seen, but I heard it was good. I will say this too. Fun, just kind of going off that train. I tried to download League, and my computer just wouldn't let me play it for some reason. So, fuck League, but not fuck Arcane. I thought Arcane was a very splendid show. Upon going back and rewatching it, I really gained a better appreciation for it. Season 1 was a lot better than I remember being. Jinx is a much better character than I remember being. I remember thinking she's just edgy and stupid, but now I'm like, okay, there's more depth. And this season is like,
Turns
she's
out
perfect.
The edgy and stupid one was you all along.
And Savika.
I don't like Savika
No.
very much.
I like her because she's just a dumb, like tough, I don't care. But I get why you don't like her.
'Cause she's a bitch.
The season had a lot to balance, I think. I think that was the main issue, is that there was so much happening. And
Characters, no plot lines.
Yes, lots of plot lines. And the show has always been about two plot lines, basically. The Victor and Jay stuff, and then the Vi and Kate stuff, or Vi and Jinx stuff.
I would say,
it kind of
honestly,
more.
The Mel stuff.
Yeah,
the Mel stuff feels like it's the weakest. It feels like it probably had the most cut out of it.
Yeah.
Also, probably could have been cut more. I'm gonna be honest.
Absolutely, it was the. Oh, we forgot to mention Mel is basically the new Mbessa at the end. We forgot to mention that.
She is.
She gets her mask and she's all dressed up. Kind of cringe, but whatever.
I mean,
oh well,
she'll be a better ruler, so that's fine. And her boyfriend's gone, so she has no reason to stay.
She's got no strong, independent man in her life. The crow from the end of the episode, I believe, is the leader of Noxus's crow too, or Raven or whatever. He's got 3 eyes. That's what I hear, because I hear Mbessa. She's just a general of Noxus. She's not even the real deal. The king of Noxus or whatever is this scary null looking guy. So there's that. Yeah, like I said, the Mel stuff, and even when Mbessa was introduced in season 1, it always kind of felt thrown in. It kind of happens, and then she doesn't have any role in the season.
On my season 1 rewatch, I skipped all her scenes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's I don't like you. Skip.
She shows up. She's basically just I'm taking control now. Or who the fuck are you? And then she's bathing with some twink for the first half. And it's what the fuck is happening? So her plot point, I mean, I like Mbessa a lot more in season 2. She makes for a really scary villain threat. But I mean, hey, I like this show a lot. It's really, really good. And this season was still, I think in terms of, I think season 1 is a little bit more story. I think it's more consistent throughout. I think season 2 is artistically better. I think it does a lot more
season 1 tells a more cohesive, just straight through story. Season 2 tells a much more ambitious, and much grander in scale story.
Absolutely. Well, I specifically too, there was a really cool moment where I was watching the intro. They actually finally dropped the version of the intro, but the extended version on YouTube. So happy about that, because I'm not gonna lie, I like that better than the actual song. It's phenomenal. I like it, I liked it on YouTube. It's fantastic. Still got the rap, but the rap is actually cool because it has Echo's clock ticking during that part, which is just a cool little detail. But I will say, watching the intro, especially on the last episode, everything clicked. I was like, "Oh, this is this. This means this. This is what this represents." It was like a full I'm sure someone smarter than me could have figured it out by episode 1, but I was sitting there going like, "Oh, this means that, and this is that." You know, it was a really cool moment of like self-realization where it's like, "Oh, I get it. I get it. I understand." I mean, I don't have much more else to say. This is a fantastic show. I feel a bit of a pit in my heart now that it's gone, unfortunately. And I'm sure whatever's next is going to be great too.
Action figures.
Not yet. I'm hoping that this will open up the floodgates, but probably not. Hey, 5K toys, guys. Take that Hot Toys shrink down. I don't think you can legally do that, but do it.
That's never stopped them before.
They do third-party Hot Toys, usually, is what they do. They usually have someone makes a...
They've shrunk down official Hot Toy stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, then do that. Fucking do it. I'm not...
Happen, please.
I am dangerously close to pre-ordering a Hot Toy. Do not make me do it. I don't want to, but I will fucking do it if I have to. If I need it... I'm telling you, the day they reveal Vi, that's when the floodgates open. That's when I'm really going to have to, like, hold myself back from ordering that shit, because come on, guys. I'm, like, debating starting in a custom, which is going to cost, like, $400 fucking dollars. Goddamn, make some toys. Spin Master, you have the license.
Please,
fucking do
for
it.
the love of God, and you can make good figures now. You've proven it.
You've proven it. Don't go back to the old sculpts. Fucking do it. It's not hard. You are sitting on a gold mine of potential here. We will buy it. I will buy it.
I will buy 2 of probably everyone.
I will buy 6 Jinxes. No,
6 Jinxes!
Also, please, you're not going to do it, but if you did, give Jinx bendy wire hair.
Yeah. Come on. What are you doing?
I have no other thoughts. I
happen.
just want to yell. Spin Master, lock in. Okay?
Spin Master, do it, and I'll Spin Master something.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel, Spin Master. Is that the name of the song? That's Heimerdinger's song. I think it's called like Turn the Wheel, some shit like that. Anyways, that's it. That's all. I think that's it.
We've been the All Things Geek podcast. We'll see you guys next week to talk about something maybe. And
yeah,
fuck, I don't even know what's happening anymore. Bye.